Hello everybody. Yeah, we're not doing the whole intro this time. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock. Hello everybody, welcome to another video. We are on The Only Way, part 1, as far as the series is concerned. But to tell you the truth, this is the second video I'm doing about The Only Way. We just did one in which I recapped the previous story and we did like patch notes, we looked at the fashion template tweaks, stuff like that. But we barely really got to experience any of the story. There was a tiny bit of introductory conversation and that was it. So in fact what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the chapter. It's called On the Threshold with Liz, and that should replay for us and then we can jump in. The reason I'm on this at the moment, this is going to be a Paragon series, but if you look at my inventory, I have 50 blackline keys here. So I figured I would open those on stream. I never really do that, but I thought, hey, that might be vaguely fun to watch here at the start. So anyway, let's hit play and see what they say. The commander ventures deeper into the island of Castora in the pursuit of the inquest.
You there, Commander? Looks like we might have found the lead we were looking for.
What have you got?
Well, as expected, we still haven't been able to directly follow the inquest's path. Seems Ancora let them walk right through the magical defenses the Seers left around the inner part of the island. But apparently the Priory, of all people, captured some inquest who returned. Might want to get over there and grill them.
I'm on my way now.
Right, so the Priory caught some inquest, and that's basically where we are. So yeah, by the way, just a little detail for those of you who have made it to the live chat. Sorry, someone said when WP is Old Broom 2 says when WP is going live, is that usually around this time? And Banjo said you don't think that there has been a time specified. That's true, there hasn't really been a time specified, but I think it's fair. This is about where I aim to go. I don't like doing it before 5 because my assumption is people are at work / school. And they wouldn't be able to sit down and enjoy. I like the idea of people, you know, getting to unwind and just have this on in the background or actively watch it or whatever after their shift or whatever. So I don't like to do it earlier than 5. So starting around 6, 7, 8, that sort of period. That's kind of what I aim for. That doesn't preclude me. Maybe I might end up doing it in the middle of the afternoon or whatever, wherever I can. So we'll be a bit flexible. But yeah, this is usually when I start the streams. Unless things are really weird. I mean, we did some super late midnight ones a couple of months ago. But yeah, and yes, a little bit of IRL stuff. I am currently in a boiling hot room. It's been ridiculously hot today. Why? Because we're getting towards summer now. And what does that also mean? It means it's my birthday. Yes, if you're in the Spud Discord, I did mention that earlier. I have been eating very healthy for a very long time now. And you know what I fancy today as a birthday treat? And you guys are going to cringe at this, right? I'm going to get judged for this. I could get a birthday meal, get whatever I like, guilt-free, not worry about it, from any of the restaurants nearby, you know. And what did I choose to do? I chose to get KFC. I haven't had KFC for ages. And I thought, you know what, I want some KFC. So yeah, judge me away, but I actually don't think KFC is too bad. But, you know, I think a lot of Americans say it's terrible, but I assume it's because the franchise is worse over there or something. I don't know. I do agree that KFC chips aren't that great. They're kind of soggy and soft and not great. But I mean, you're not going to KFC for the chips. I'll tell you the secret item on KFC. Maybe you guys in the comments or the live chat want to chime in with this. What do you guys think the best thing is from the KFC menu? I'll tell you what it is in just a second. The actual secret best item at KFC. And you'll bet your ass I just ordered it, though I haven't had it yet. So yeah, basically I just stuffed my face. And now I feel ridiculously hot and bloated, like ludicrously bloated, and I'm in a hot room. So yeah, hopefully we don't pass out and fall asleep in the middle of this exciting story coming up. The meat sweats, the chicken sweats are coming on. But yeah, man, these mobs aggroing from so far away. My god, what is my build right now? I don't really know. Oh my god, and my hotkeys aren't working either. I noticed this. Every time there's like an ARC update or something, the hotkeys go a bit funky. Also, to be honest, I do want to turn off... oh, why? We're still being attacked. I want to turn off the scrolling combat text. It is good, and I do love it. It's just not configured right now. And because I'm totally out of my element at the moment, it's just going to be distracting the hell out of me the whole way through the episode. So let's see. What have we got? Refect, VFX denoiser, Timey HUD, World Bosses, Arc DPS Bridge for Blish HUD. Am I using that? Boon Table, Fast Load, Healing Stats, Golem Helper, Mechanics Log, Real-Time API, Official Extras, True World Completion. See, I don't actually see it here. Is it an Arc DPS plugin? No, these are plugins I don't have installed anyway. So basically, if I type scrolling, no. If I type SCT, if I type text, if I type combat, man. So I have it enabled and I don't know how to turn it off. Hold on, let me open my add-ons folder here and just see if I can see it there. Yeah, I can. Custom combat text.dt. Oh, there it is. It's there. It's there. Custom combat text. Got it. All right, disabled. Perfect. Whew. Okay. Sorry, Jesus Christ. I need to look at chat. Arenanet's going over the new map meta on stream today. Might be a fun VOD to catch later. Yeah, I need to get back into the swing of things. I haven't seen the trailer for this patch. I haven't... You guys recommended me a lot of lovely things that I could have been looking at, and I just haven't. We will get back on top of everything here. Oh, they're live right now, literally this second. Oh, look, I'm such a bad partner, aren't I? I should know when all their streams are, and I should collaborate and coordinate with all of their streams, and blah, 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 blah. No, we're not in that place anymore. Alodis, thanks for the membership. Alodis says, happy birthday, WP, with the, one of my favourite emotes, the Quare, the Alpha emote. Tato Alpha. Love a stream to end on a long work week. Well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, and happy Friday, guys, as well. I mean, this is kind of great for me at the moment. If your birthday lands on a Friday, especially a summery Friday where you're going to get a lot of light, so good. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks very much. You know, quite often I will stream or I will do videos on my birthday, but I don't end up talking about it, really. But, I think someone mentioned it to me on Discord first, and I thought, oh, that's quite funny. Sometimes people do remember it. Hey, BR Speeds with $20. Thank you very much, BR Speeds. Happy birthday, Tatoes. Glad you're getting a chance to unwind after all the craziness. Yeah, I will say, guys, the stress of the fire was not that major for me. As soon as I knew that my password database and stuff was sorted, which, by the way, I've figured it all out now. I've got all that cleaned up. You guys, you remember in the last part I mentioned that I was... sort of spring cleaning and sorting all stuff out. Like I mentioned a few videos ago that I've never even put Discord on my phone. Well, I've done that now, so you will sometimes see I'm on my phone on Discord. But the password database and KeyPass and stuff, like I've looked into all the... So I'm using KeyPass... Let's see if I can remember. XC now is my client. Not the generic one, but the new really good one. That X stands for cross-compatibility, and the C stands for community and open source project. That's kind of like the best thing for like your desktop client. And on my phone, which I have set up to automatically back up and everything, and it's locked behind biometrics and stuff, it's all way better now. I'm using KeyPass DE, which I think stands for Deluxe Edition. I don't know. Anyway, so I've got all that shit cleaned up and stuff now, so that's good. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't too stressed about the fire, except for the fear of losing all my accounts. But, you know, the insurance, the battle with the insurance, and just, you know, like even just getting enough in contact with the local authorities so that we don't have to keep paying council tax on a property that we cannot live in. Even that is just being a pain in the arse. Everything. You have to fight for every goddamn little thing. Anyway, I'm finding it overall quite interesting, to tell you the truth, and I'm quite keen on what's going on. But yeah, so thank you very much. $20 for my birthday. What a lovely present that is. What are you guys guessing the best KFC thing is here? The biscuits with honey. Okay, no, I don't know what that means. I'm assuming you're American, and when you say biscuit, you mean like a dumpling, don't you? You mean like a bready, thing that you would like dip in a stew or a sauce or whatever, right? Aren't American biscuits basically dumplings? How did that come about? I don't know. Anyway, I've never had anything like that from KFC myself. KFC is good, and you're from America. Oh, there you go, Regnar's defending the corporation there. That's what I like to see. No, man, people on Reddit always talk shit about like Domino's is the other one. I think Domino's is pretty good in the UK. I really have no problem with Domino's, but people are always talking shit about it. Somebody wants to join Spud. That's absolutely not a problem. I will get you into Spud very soon. Actually, when we get to the Reforged series as well soon, guys, I'm going to be looking into the Guild Wars 1 Spud branch. I don't know how that's been going. Obviously, I didn't cover it right when the population spiked, but there's still every reason to go back to Guild Wars 1 now. They seem to have been doing very, very, very well with continuing to support the release, so that's good. We made it another year. Congrats. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still so depressed about getting older. I don't know how anyone ever gets over it. Like, it sucks, man. You know what the thing is that I keep tripping me up? Okay, so I just keep thinking about the fact that if I live my same life again, right? So let's say you're 30. Okay, let's say you've hit 30. If you live just you still, I think you still feel really young at 30. I still feel 19, right? I really do. But let's say you're 30. Just imagine, if you just think, I'm going to live my life again. If I just do the same thing again, which doesn't feel like I've done much, right? It doesn't feel like I've been here that long. It doesn't feel like I've explored that much. I mean, maybe that's just a lifestyle thing. I don't know. But it feels like, you know, we've got such a short time, right? 30 years actually doesn't feel like anything at all. But you live that again and you're 60, you know? And every year, I take whatever age I am and I just can't help but double it and think about that. And it goes up so fast. And it's like, well, very soon it will be at a point for me where it's like, well, I'm not going to make it. And I'm over halfway now. You know, I'm not going to make it to 90. I'm not going to make it to 100. I'm not going to make it to 110 or whatever, you know? I mean, I hope that we do. I hope we all do, guys. Keep on your health and all that. Anyway, yeah. Shall I tell you guys what the best food is from KFC? For me, it's the wings or the tenders, says Turtle Moji. That's a good choice. You're too rural for KFC? Yeah, last year I was too rural for KFC. See, that's the thing. I'm now in a town, right? Since the fire. I'm now in a town, and like if I open Just Eat, the Just Eat app, it's insane. It's like there's fucking 40 places that will deliver to me within 10 minutes. It's crazy. They even have on like, so maybe 5 years ago, at another property I was renting in another town, I could get like local, you know, like your local One Stop or whatever, the little Tesco Express or whatever, they would deliver to you. So you could get cereal ordered and shit like that, right? Which I always enjoyed doing. That went away with this rural living. But like, not only can I do that again now, but like on Just Eat, I can order from CEX. You know, the electronics shop that sells second-hand, like you could go buy a PlayStation 2 from, right? Or old video games. I could go buy Azaric from there or some shit. I could buy that on Just Eat right now. Like, it's so weird. What the... It's crazy. So yeah, I'm no longer too rural for KFC, so I'm enjoying some KFC. That's basically the long and short of that. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my god, my chat wasn't scrolling, and now it suddenly has, and a lot of shit's happened. What the fuck? And here I am rambling about KFC. Okay, guys, it's the cookies. Alright, I'm dead serious. The KFC cookies. If you haven't done it, you probably don't even think about KFC doing cookies, alright? Now, I don't know what the ones I got today are like, to be fair, because I haven't tried them yet. I'll probably have them around midnight when I'm hanging out with Kerry later. And when it's her birthday. But I see she's there in chat, so I'm saying that just to weird her out. But a few years ago, KFC cookies were so good. Really chunky, light. And this is going to sound gross. This is going to sound disgusting. It's not, all right? It's exactly what you want. I'm telling you what you want, okay? But they're a little bit oily too, all right? Yeah, no, bear with me. A little bit oily. Like you can feel the fat dripping off of them or something. I don't know. So good. Their cookies were amazing. Amazing. So anyway, I bought 4 of those. They're downstairs right now. But I'm too hot and fat feeling and bloated right now, having eaten the chicken. Oh god, yeah, what the hell? Custom combat text is there. My god, I'm really too far scrolled up. Hugo Sloth with 200 NOK. Thank you, Hugo. That's really kind of you. Happy birthday, WP. I'm purposely not going to ask you a question with my donation just to annoy you. That does annoy me. That does annoy me because I don't like the whole e-begging thing. I really don't. I'm very insecure about it. And now it's like, how do I give you value back for that? That's so kind. Thank you very much. John Sellers got himself a membership. John, you have supported me more than anyone else, I think, in recent years. It's unbelievable. Thank you, dude. Thank you very much. And he says, happy birthday. Bad partner goes both ways. Why are they competing with your birthday stream? Shaking my head. Yeah, that's true. You know, you typed SMH there. I didn't. SMH was like one of those initialisms that I didn't learn for years. I really didn't know what SMH meant. But that is what it means, right? Shaking my head. And John gave 10 gift memberships as well. Congrats to everybody who got lucky with those. Memory of Origin with a $10 donation. Thank you. And says this, has a nice message to go with it. You appreciate it, WP. Thank you. Thank you guys, really. I mean, I appreciate being appreciated. Having watched every single Guild Wars 2 story playthrough, End of Dragons playthrough, End of Dragons Return playthrough, Janthir and VOE thus far, every day to and from work, only peace in a chaotic world. TY. Jesus Christ, dude. Wait, am I like your commute buddy? Do you watch my streams and stuff on your commutes? I've known several people who have done that over the years. How do you do that? Do you just trust that your mobile internet won't cut out as it goes? And it doesn't? And do the apps, they don't get annoying? They don't cut out or anything like that? That's very cool. So then there was a huge notification here of exactly who got the gift memberships. That's cool. YouTube never used to notify that, did they? And then Banjo sent 10 gifts as well. Congrats, guys. If you get the gift membership, you get some new emotes and things. Ultimately, I will be making more members-only content. Currently, I still just have like 1 or 2 videos from the FF14 ARR series. I will be making more. I had a question from someone on Patreon about that as well. It's just when we get into the swing of things, which has not happened for fucking ages, but will. What else we got? Cograth sent 10 gift memberships as well. American biscuits are like savoury scones. Sorry, or scones. I always feel guilty if I say scones, because I feel like I'm posh and I'm not going to fit in with the working class crowd. But to be honest, guys, it is the word cone with an S on the front. It's a scone. KFC's good here in Portugal, but you don't like the chicken burgers? Yeah, I'm always curious with like a lot of these fast food branches that go all over the place, right? Because at the end of the day, they are subject to local laws and procurement of ingredients and stuff. So the quality will change a lot. You hear weird shit about like, can't you go to KFC in Egypt and see the Great Pyramids from that KFC? And it's like really good. If you go to McDonald's in France, you can get a glass of wine with your Happy Meal or whatever. Yeah, Happy Meal. All right, maybe not the Happy Meal. Actually, maybe the Happy Meal. You can drink as a kid in France, can't you? With parental supervision? You can in the UK. The real question is how many late night deliveries are available? Oh, I got to tell you, maybe like 7-8 years ago, I got drunk and I got late night delivery from, you know, one of these like nowhere was open, so you just have like these really dodgy looking places. And it was like one of these shadow kitchens. It's not like a real place, but they'll get you food somehow. Or it's what is a shadow kitchen? It's a kitchen without like a front end, right? There's no actual restaurant section. And I got like waffles or something, like sweet waffle, which is not a very British thing. And it was all smudged and cold and sloshed around. It was just the lowest quality, shittest stuff ever. But I was drunk, so I didn't care. Which reminds me of going out to bars and clubs and things when you're younger, you know. You go to some big city and they just have the worst kebab shop or the worst fucking Chinese or whatever next to it, where it's just the grossest, most cardboard, flavorless, greasy slop you can imagine, but you just wolf it down because, you know, who cares? You do YouTube Premium, download vids for offline. They're changing Premium, aren't they? There was just a big Google announcement that just happened where they announced a lot of stuff. They're like some of their premium subscriptions are changing. I actually just a few years ago I paid for very expensive Google to get like terabytes and terabytes of drive storage, which I used to host for Patreon. But when we stopped that, it was too expensive, and I wasn't really making a return on it. It wasn't worth it. So I cut it down. I actually just bumped it back up with that Google. A lot of you guys are going to cringe because the big moral panic is about AI at the moment. But the Google like AI package thing, it gives you fuck tons of stuff baked into it. It gives you like 5 terabytes of drive storage. It gives you like Fitbit Pro, or as it's going to be called, like Google Health Pro. It gives you shit tons of stuff. And I think, I mentioned this in the last stream, didn't I? I think they did an announcement this week where they're saying that a form of YouTube Premium's getting rolled in it too, which is really good. Dutch McDonald's has croquettes. What is croquette? Croquet? Croquet? What is that? How do I say that? Kroket. Your commute is just 10 to 15 minutes by bike, so that wouldn't even cover my starting yap. That's true, it wouldn't. Even on double speed, that wouldn't cover the starting yap. We're already 20 minutes deep. All right, let's do these keys. Sorry. There's some salty ADD adult person there saying, get to the Guild Wars content. So here we go. We'll get to it. Let's use our keys. So what is in the chest and what do I want? I do not care anymore about metabolic primers or utility primers. You'll see I've got 4 metabolic, 8 utilities. I don't care because for a few months now I've had the infinite ones from the raiding update. So I don't care about those. Revive Orb's pretty cool, though you can always get more of those in the Wizard's Vault. Statuettes, yes, desperately interested in those, and we're guaranteed 1 from every box, I think, at least. I already have 9. Every 15 we get, we can exchange into one of these bad boys, the guaranteed wardrobe unlockers, and that's what we really want. The other stuff is just ticky-tacky, who cares? Some dies, we'll get some money back on it. Transmutation charges, we don't care about. Upgrade extractors, I don't care about. This is just a bit of gold back. Really, it's just, we're looking for guaranteed unlocks. Weapons, armors, and these. Oh, and tickets are okay as well. I already have the full chromatic assassin weapons, so I'll just be selling those. I already have all the calligrapher stuff, so I'll be selling those. I mean, if you get one of these rolls, these are obviously good. 3 golden keys is epic. 25 statuettes is epic. But we already have all this other stuff, so whatever. Okay, so we're just looking for... Oh, yeah, and then there's the dedicated stuff. The picnic bath blanket chair. Aww. I really feel like there should be a preview of the commander on this, but hey. I love those little butterflies. They appear in so many effects across this game. And then there's the accelerated edge. Still, this is a really fucking cool looking focus. And I did open 25 boxes back when SOB came out, and I didn't get lucky. I didn't get it. I would love that. That is cool as fuck to me. So, that's what we're rolling for. That's what's up for grabs. Let's get rolling.
Oh, I know of a good use for this.
Okay, this is already a really fucking good start. What the hell? 3 chests, and we got 2 guaranteed unlockers. That's not bad. I'm sure that will average out as we go. I always feel weird doing this. But look, there are many a gacha content creator out there that live on this, right? I mean, hell, there's been many Guild Wars 2 content creators out there over the years. Oh, there you go. We got the accelerated edge. Oh, I hope Kerry's not watching. Kerry is convinced that I'm, like, overly lucky. I once had an argument, an actual legit full-blown argument. Well, okay. As much as we've ever had one. I once had an argument with her about... I convinced her to buy 50 keys because she wanted the exclusive thing from the chest, whatever it was. I don't remember. This was years ago, 4, 5, 6 years ago. And I was like, look, trust me, you're going to get it in 50. 50 keys pretty much guarantees you'll get the exclusive. I nearly always get the exclusive from 50 keys. So I said to her, do not worry, go for it. She opened 50 keys. She did not get the exclusive, and she's forever been salty about that. I think I even encouraged her to get another 25 after that, and she still didn't. Well, there you go. Got it pretty quick. That is a cool skin. I'm going to use it. Wow, we're getting lucky, man. I'm happy with this. These are definitely less interesting. I used to be really thrilled about getting the primers. I really was thrilled about it. Nowadays, not so much. But hey. There's pretty much... look at that. That's good as well. Got another one. And another one! Holy shit. Birthday luck? This is you guys. You guys got me the birthday luck. I hope I didn't miss a donation from anyone there. I think I read everyone. And another one. This is seriously good. And then we get the other fun side of it in a minute, which is actually opening the unlockers. Alright, okay, it's averaging out a bit now. They've stopped flowing in. Oh, there you go, got the picnic blanket. So, novelties I've actually been falling off with in recent years. There's a lot of novelties I don't have. To be honest, let's see where my magnetite are. My magnetite shards are at... where the fuck are they listed? I see Arenanet still didn't get rid of the green profit shards. So I've got 6k magnetite now. I don't know how many. I think I can buy all the strike mission shit with that. Possibly. God. That hiccup there, or that little noise I made, was purely motivated by the fact that I feel stuffed. I haven't actually eaten that much. I think that's just a sign that I've eaten well for long enough now that my stomach's shrunk down a bit, which is good. 50 keys for IRL money or in-game gold. I topped up my keys with in-game gold, so I only spent about 300 gold or something, I think. No, more than that. I was at around 1,000, wasn't I? I'm down to 400 now. So we get a straight up black line weapon. There is a new set now. It's the synergetic set. So I'm hoping to finish that. I have all of them until here, so we can get the sword, and then we need the torch and the warhorn. And then we can keep on top of that. If you guys are going to try and keep on top of stuff, keeping on top of getting all the skins, keeping on top of the black line stuff is really important. I've fallen behind on that many times over the years, and when I do fall behind on it, it becomes so expensive to get back. It's a real heavy price that you pay if you don't get the weapons in the season that they were originally available. You get absolutely gouged on the TP for it, or on tickets, because you know it costs twice as much. There you go. Look at how many I've opened now. I've opened what, maybe 20 in a row there, 20, and we didn't get a single other unlocker. I'm telling you, that first run we had was really lucky. There's one more unlocker there. Down to our last 9 keys. I don't know what's going on with these smooth berry dies. Oh, that was a good one. We got an unlocker and we got a calligrapher weapon. And another one. 5 keys to go. Calligrapher's focus. And the calligrapher set, by the way, is not a bad set. Oh, this has been dreamy. Really good. If I get in total over 10 from a 50 key run, if you get over 10, that's a good run. And that's exactly what we got better than that here. What did we get? Oh no. Yeah, we got 11. So, very good. All right, so I will use a ticket to buy the sword. Don't really know how these look, by the way. Are they not enough? Asuri looking. Oh my god, that's kind of a pirate-y cutlassy as well at the same time. Of course, it's got a big trail on it. What are the players trading that for already at this point? 38 gold for each one. Then we've got 58 scraps, which we can turn into tickets. And then we can use those tickets. Store and wardrobe. Torch is always interesting if it has a good light and it casts a good light. This one's casting a blue light. That's quite cool, actually. So we can store that. And then the warhorn. I just have to remind myself, in moments like this where I'm totally unenthused by it because I have billions of skins already, I just have to put myself into the mindset of a player that doesn't have billions of skins. You know, maybe they only started playing a few months ago and this is their first season, and for them these are really important. I think you could recapture that magic of it being important here and now if they siloed the unlocks in the UI a bit better. So it was like, here's the 2026 series. Did you get everything in 2026? Here's the 2025 series. But, you know, all right, there you go. And then, of course, by finishing a set, you get a bunch more tickets in exchange, which will help you on the next set. So it just keeps rolling, right? You just want to keep on top of it. Okay, next. For these, what I tend to do is just find whatever I'm lowest on. For years, I just did machetes. But to be honest, I don't really go to Dragon's Den enough anymore. And what happens more often than not is I run out of the others because of the home instance. So I'm lowest on crowbars at the moment. So let's get these crowbars. Crowbars. We open those. They're just mats. Lion's Arch rebuild die kits. So I don't really know actually how I'm doing for dies at the moment. Let's see. So fashion, wardrobe, click a die. So what am I missing? I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dies. Oh, that added to favorite. They're not on the TP. This one's on the TP. 50 gold for that one. That's not bad. This one's on the TP. 20 gold. Also not bad. Well, that's like Viridian again. Sorry. Afternoon wine. It's funny when I look at these. This reminds me of like buying like modern tech. You know, if you're going to buy a like a new phone, they'll do the Apple thing, right? Where they don't say this color is black, this color is red. They'll say this is cherry, this is obsidian. Oh, actually, a lot of these are on the TP, and they're all fairly cheap. I wonder if that's because they're actually in this current set. I can't tell you. It has been years since I've opened dies like this and actually found a die that I can use out of it. It always is something like this, and it says you've unlocked it, and then I sell. I remember Enameled Banana, by the way. That has a very strong visual to it, and it used to be super expensive. 60 fucking silver. Oh, wow. Well, I'm not going to spend ages selling all those on stream. What do we got here? An exchange voucher. What do I want from these? I actually think Fractal Relics is what I've been picking last time I was doing these. Because I do not play enough Fractals, and I end up spending all my fucking relics on infusions. Because I'm a whore for infusions. And it keeps backsliding my progress on Fractal God. I'm sure that's not a good pick. Someone in chat can scream at me for that. The mini tickets, Arenanet really probably will look into these. I don't know how. I would have to sit in workshop and think about it, how they would do it. But I have to assume my account is not that special. Well, it's good in some ways. But I have 141 of these in the bank already. There is nothing I can buy. The last time I had something to buy from this was when they like snuck in like Traherne or something. There was a weird Traherne edition in one of these tabs that you had to pay very close attention in the patch notes to grab. I think it was like this one, maybe. They've all been unlocked for years. These are basically just dead, but I can't bring myself to selling them. So we put that there, we put that there. And they get deposited. I don't know, eventually I'm going to have a goddamn stack of those things. Okay, Smooth Berry. Hey, there it is, it happened. They are in the current set, so I got Deep Sea Dye. Do you know how much nostalgia I get from seeing the die unlocked pop up on the UI down here behind Liss's hat? Something about that just makes me reminds me so strongly of playing the alphas back when you grew seeds in the home instance and you could only unlock one die per day. And seeing the little swatch and just how fucking sleek this game's UI was, man. You know, all the conversations we're having about Guild Wars 3 these days, I hope Arenanet have still got it in terms of sleek, modern, artistic UIs, because they were so good. It is one of the things that really meant Guild Wars 2 stood out, you know. The two big things that spring to my mind is when you get XP from killing something and all the little orbs actually flow into the bar and fill it up. Once you're a veteran, you stop giving a shit about this stuff and you stop paying attention. And then, of course, the other is this, the map zooming in and out, which in recent years they've described as black magic that they wouldn't know how to replicate. But still, I have a friend who recently got an OLED monitor. Well, I say recently, half a year ago. And he was talking about how the texture on the XP bar You know how it's not just a solid yellow bar, it's actually like textured. It's got all like the little paint and scratch marks and things. And he was saying on an OLED, the colours and the contrast is so vibrant, you can see it so brilliantly, it draws your attention to it in a way you'd never otherwise have seen or noticed. I don't know. I mean, I would love to get an OLED, but the burn-in and the calibration shit just does not look interesting to me at all. I know some people say, oh, but burning isn't a thing. And the other thing is the whole text fringing thing, where if you use it for text, then text can look weird and off color, and it's like those are and you only really get to enjoy an OLED if you sit there in the dark. I know it's a bit of a cliche and a stereotype, you know, MMO nerd sits in the dark, windows, curtains drawn with a hunched back all day. But I don't really embody that in truth. I'm always in a light room. I'm in a light room right now. I use light mode on all my shit, right? Like, as you guys always mock me for Discord and stuff. So, I don't know, man. I'm thinking mini LED, but aren't they not manufacturing so much anymore? I don't know. It's really hard. Keeping on top of monitor technology, it's tough. Right, okay. So then we have these dies as well. Do these also contain things I've never had? No, these are all totally... So I bet the price of those dies I don't have just came down because of this current set. Oh god, I just forcibly reminded myself of earlier in the year when I spent hundreds of gold. Remember someone helped me out with amalgamated gemstones? And I spent hundreds of gold on those mini Shibas, the Black Lion mini collection Shiba wolf doggy things. Only for literally the next day, after I'd spent maybe 700 gold or something, the next day. In fact, it's probably still in my transactions. Should I try and find it? History. Bought. Various skins. Here, look at this. Look at this. Mini Mist Shadow Tigress Cub. 250 gold. That's not even that high. I thought I spent even more than that. Was it earlier? No, I guess not. Okay, but still. This is what I bought. No, it was the cuckoos. Was it the cuckoos? I think it was the cuckoos that came back, right? 600 gold, 200, 500, 500, 500. Or was it the turtles? I think it was the cuckoos. And then they immediately came on and they were for sale 24 hours later. They were for sale for like 10 gold or some shit. Oh my god. The way I just have to look at that, though, is easy come, easy go, you know? And look, someone had a good day. Someone made that sale just in the nick of time. Someone got lucky. I got unlucky. Someone else got lucky. That's just how you got to view it, right? It's all just a video game. Yes, I'm selling instantly. Yes, I'm losing 10 gold per sale. Well, not 10 gold. I'm losing some money per sale. Don't worry, I have recently learned not to be like this with IRL finances. I got all my ISAs set up. I really went over everything. So then we get all of these. That's good.
Target.
Go there and there. Okay. Consume the transmutation charges. Unlock those.
Good use for this.
Use the pick-a-nick basket. The accelerated edge skins, these are going to be annoying to destroy. Oh god, Arenanet, you gave me 3 and I have to type them all in. I won't subject people to watching that. Never mind. Unless you really enjoy the power washing. But I don't think I'll live that down. I did a power washing video once. And it blew people's minds. Okay, now here's for the fun bit. Ready? We go to our statuettes. So we got 54 statuettes there, combined with the 9 that we already had in the bank. That lets us buy... an Asuran doorway. No. Fuck all those things. The guaranteed wardrobe unlock. Half price compared to the other 2. So we get another 4. So here we go. So we do... and the order we're going to go in is this. We're going to go guaranteed weapon unlocks first. Which is quite a large pool of weapons. A lot of these are festival weapons that are very expensive. I think everything on this list is like... 30 gold at least. So Sacred Crystal, for example. Okay, there's a Crystal Infusions. Sacred Crystal is not even on the TP. So, there you go. That's a good unlock for us. Candy Core. Oh, no, they will be. They're just in the boxes, aren't they? Fuck. Well, yeah, there they go. Candy core is a 50... So if we double click and we see candy core come up, it's like we've just got 50 gold. The plush stuff, if I remember rightly, is very expensive still. Yeah, 154 gold per plush thing. Winter's Day. Can anyone in chat help me out here? Or the comments? You must be able to make bank from Winter's Day. If you can get a good snowflake farm going. 154 gold just for the weekly chest. That's got to be that the snowflakes are like they've got to be the best festival currency, surely. That's so much. Shadow Chev is a basic Black Lion weapon set that I missed, and they're 150 a pop, 330 for this one. Corrupted Ice Hero? No, just Corrupted Hero. I think this was another set that I missed. There's Void Corrupted. I don't know. Anyway, you get the picture. And then Abyssal Fractal stuff I also want, because that's an actual achievement. Okay? So, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Dragon's Blood Spear. I'm actually... Okay, so yeah, that's probably the thing I should have talked about. The bad unlocks for us, there are almost no bad unlocks. There are some, though, and they are the new spears that Arenanet just added here in Visions of Eternity. This vendor, on this menu here... The Royal Ascalonian Spear, the Molten Spear, the Inquest Bident. These are all kind of weird. Some of them are on the TP, right? So you can spend 70,000 karma and a bunch of unusual coins. You get a lot of unusual coins if you're doing the mirror runs and the chests, which maybe some of you guys are doing at the moment because of the patch. I assume you are. But I would recommend, if you can help it, just buy it on the TP where possible. Even if it's like 10 gold or something. And some of these definitely work, because I was buying them on the TP just the other day to get them unlocked. But when you get down to these, like these Ascended ones, and some of these more expensive ones, they're not on the TP. The ones that cost like 70... No. I don't know. Just some of these are not on it. All right. So these aren't very good, because it's like a 5 gold unlock, plus just some currencies. So I kind of don't want to get spears in a way. But whatever. All right. So here we go. And we got another one. I tell you what, I think Arenanet are lying. It says all unobtained skins have an equal chance of dropping, right? So why is it feels like if there's a cheap skin to unlock, you get the cheap skin, right? And I swear to God, guys, I swear I'm not being paranoid about this, all right? And I'll tell you what, I'll give you a story for what that you can verify yourself if you go digging through WP2. When I did the knife gangs, do you remember when we had like loads of people sending in knife gangs? And then you'd kill a scrit and you'd get like one of those licenses, and it was unlocking mounts. Do you guys remember that? Every mount in the game was available. And I kept double clicking those. And it would give me basic mount, basic mount, basic mount, basic mount, basic mount, basic mount. And then, when there were only like 5 mounts left in the entire game for my account to unlock, pretty much all of those mounts were the really expensive mounts, like the Cuckoo and the Umbral Skimmer and shit like that. The Hummingbird, sorry. And then when I was double clicking the knife gangs, it was like really expensive mount, really expensive mount, really expensive, because it had nothing else to give me. So we know that that's how it was set up with the knife gangs. See, if I'm Arenanet, I'm going to put all these cheapy fucking spears as the highest unlock rate. And I just unlocked 2 spears in a row. There's only a few of them. It's only this top row. And I just got 2 in a row. Okay, the top 2 rows almost. Well, we're onto gingerbread stuff here. No, sorry. Yeah, okay. So these are all spears at the top. I don't know, man. Anyway, next. The Call of Cheer. I don't even know what that is. Call of Cheer. If I type cheer, do what? Do something? I assume that's another festival thing, like a weekly unlock or something. That might just save me a bunch of festival currency. I don't know. Right, so now we could do guaranteed armors. What's the best odds here? These are all going to be epic. Every single one of these we get is going to be a fucking epic. But there'll be like triple unlocks every time and always fancy things. This will just be pure ecstasy, everything we click. So ready? Go. We got the snorkel mask and the buoyant chest piece. Wow, when did these get added? And these are all like, these are the kind of things that you would pay on the gem store. Like 800. Someone spent 800 gems on this shit. This is why you buy keys instead, guys. All right? Because think about that. That one double click is 800 gems. Snorkel. Oh, for fuck's sake. And what was the other thing? Armband? Fuck, I forget what it was called. We lost the other thing. But okay, snorkel. I could run those. If anyone has a fashion template they want to send me, by the way, for our Paragon, if you have like a snorkeling Paragon warrior or something, like a fun thing, every episode we could change our gear. That could be quite cool. If you guys want to submit the template, feel free, go for it. Okay, what else we got here? The explosive turbo greaves. Now, my guess is with these, they might have a fancy effect when you jump, a bit like that backpack. So should we skin them on and see? Explosive turbo. Oh, they have smoke. Are they lighting up with fire? Oh, I hope they... what I wanted it to be like was the rocket pack, which is undoubtedly one of the best fucking back pieces they ever added. You guys will frequently see my my engineer with it. What is it? Oh, God, pack isn't good enough. Iron isn't good enough. God, Jesus, what was it called? Just gonna have to look for the icon. Holy shit, there's so many backpacks. Holy shit. Holy shit, there's so many. In some ways, I can't help but look at this and just think about all the artists, all the human endeavor that went into making all this stuff. Where the fuck is it? I'm sure it was after Sirens. Am I sure it was after Sirens Landing? We're into the raid stuff here now. It wasn't that early. Is it jetpack? Is jetpack what I want to look for? Aha! No. That's the molten jet. Yeah, Legion jetpack. There you go. I thought Char was in it. Then look at this. You see how it rockets when you jump? Isn't that just amazing? I used to love this. I used to run this all the time on my NG. Wouldn't it be cool if the boots did the same? You could combo them together. So yeah, those are kind of weird boots. Do people buy those individually off of the gem store? Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. The Water Dragon Legards. Okay, doing this on an Asura is not really the best choice, is it? But hey, there you go. I'm sure they look amazing. The Shattered Stone Wings backpack and a Shattered Stone glider. Shattered Cathedral, Shattered Stone. Of course, we probably want it to be default dyes to get a sense of what it is. I guess well, we could do the backpack with it, I guess. Remove dye. Okay, that is already removed. This is like, do you remember last year, Janthir Wilds, the precursor to Orax was like a stone cathedral kind of thing. This is almost like what I would have expected that to grow into. I don't know, man. The amount of gliders you get now, where you're dancing on platforms or riding on helicopters or accompanied by giant flying animals and things, this seems pretty basic. I don't know. Not too interested in that. Okay, well, there you go. And now we just have anything. Any outfit. Any glider. These are all the outfits I have left. All the armors we just saw, and then the weapons. And you see why the weapons start getting annoying, because they kind of bulk out. It's like, ugh. If you have all the weapons unlocked, all of these fucking double clicks are so high value. Right, here we go. So 8 of these to do, which is a good amount. 1. The Vigil's on a spear. See this shit? I'm telling you guys. They're weighted to give you the cheapy things. Elegant Noble Glider and Elegant Noble Backpack. Elegant Noble. And thankfully we're on default dies, so it remembers that. Elegant. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. I didn't click. Elegant Noble's Backpack. This might look good with our current outfit. Holy shit, that's a very, very, very fancy cape. Oh my god. And what do I do? Does it flare out at the back? Do I fly like Superman or does it flare out? Oh, we're kinda, yeah. Alright. Sort of a bit wingsuity. This looks like straight out like I would wear this in V Rising or something. Okay, next. The Sanguine Staff. Now I remember that's a Halloween thing. I think that was my last Halloween item. Because they did like 3 Sanguine weapons. I don't think they're on the TP. I think you have to spend Halloween currency and you're gated 1 per week or something. So I'm happy enough with that. Prayer Bead Wraps. Prayer Bead for the hands, I guess. That's cool enough. Next. The Plush Hammer. There you go, that's alright. I'm happy to get plush stuff. Plush stuff, very expensive. I'd much rather get a plush thing from double clicking than that. A Candy Core Shield. Candy Core. 50 gold. The Etched Porcelain Greatsword. Wow. Obviously I can't use this on my Ellie. Again, overwhelmingly, I just feel like we've already got a billion great swords. And then finally, the guaranteed up wardrobe unlock. The Broadside of the Lion's Champion. Now, this might be a bad one. I'm pretty sure that I should have just got from Arborstone ages ago. Because since the raid update, all these vendors for... Because I'm pretty sure that's a reward from Old Lions Court. I'm pretty sure you could just buy stuff with magnetite shards now, and you shouldn't really try to get those out of the unlockers. Let's have a quick look.
You come seeking knowledge.
Was it? What did we just get? Lion's Champion. Well, we have the staff. It would be 500 magnetite for the hammer, and then 500 for the greatsword. Actually, to tell you the truth, they're still quite pricey. Maybe it wasn't from there. Classic WP, we're almost an hour into the stream and we haven't started the story. Okay, yes, okay, fair enough. Well, I thought that'd be fun. I'm always interested when I do that, and I think people would probably be interested to see what comes out of that. So there you go. Anyway, that's the next batch of keys, and as recompense, you get some materials, 74 gold. I got the cool focus. We can't actually use it on our Paragon, but you know. All right, let's swap over. Okay, does anyone have a fashion template? If you have one, let me know. Doesn't look like we got a whisper. Speak with Melisa about the captured Inquest members. My god, I'm so hot. You do find the unlockers entertaining enough to watch? Okay, good. There you go. Holy shit. Wait, where are you taking me? Wow, into... No, that's just a placeholder, isn't it? We'll go back to Foothold Bivouac. I'm sure that's where it actually wants us to go. Well, I'm quite excited to see what happens now. Okay, guys, fill me in. To those of you who have played the patch, what I want you to do is to give me I want to see 2 ratings, okay? Both of them are out of 10. I want you to rate what is an uncontroversially brilliant patch? What was uncontroversially brilliant? Because I was gonna say a Star to Guide Us or War Eternal, you know, where we were really in the big season 4 hitters. But people will bitch about like, oh, she should have died forever. Look, all or nothing. All right. The patch where Aurene died, okay? So you don't get to criticize. Where it had the amazing sequence of fighting Krakatorik inside the mountain and all that shit. And all the stuff around Thunderhead, okay? To me, that is an uncontroversially great patch. No. I've got an even better uncontroversially great story beat. Alright, give me your rating of fighting Balthazar at the top of Joko's Gardens at the end of POF. You know the end of POF? The whole still standing bit, alright? I think that's an uncontroversially great moment. So what I want you to do is rate that out of 10. Give me your rating for that moment out of 10. And I want you to rate this patch out of 10. Same comment, right? Give me the 2 ratings. That way I know whether you have any taste from the first rating. And then how this new one compares. Yeah? Does that make sense? So I want to hear in chat, guys. I want to hear whether you like this patch.
I'm always happy to count you among our number.
Or you could just rate the base story compared to this patch. Or maybe Mount Bowery or Janthe Wilds. 9 and 6, 8 and 5. POF ending's alright. Balthazar's character assassination notwithstanding. I agree with the criticism. I just don't... We can't put that on the end of his character. Or that instance, his character was assassinated long before, right? Actually, back in Season 3, they fucked with it. Their entire idea of what Balthazar was going to be like was already broken. And it was salvageable throughout POF if they just added a bit of lore about how he'd become a bit unhinged while chained up. Which is essentially the justification we have for Abaddon, and is why Abaddon is such a compelling character. Because there might have been some worth to what he was saying once, but by the time Nightfall comes, he's just demented, right? And if Arenanet had specifically put a mirror up to that throughout the narrative, then that would have been really good, but they didn't do that either. If you actually look at the pieces of that final instance, all the dialogue's really good. There's even a bit of intrigue about the Lissa mystery. Still not answered to this date, by the way. Yeah, look at that. Look, I was bang on with that. The end of POF is uncontroversially good. Lots of 9s and 8s. I haven't seen anyone rate it less than a fucking 9. Oh, there you go. Someone says 8 out of 10. Okay, Tay5788. Tay, you gave the end of POF an 8 out of 10. What is higher to you? What is higher? What was a higher moment? They're going to say something like, oh, it was when we went on the double dake at the we ate Peking duck at the duck tea house or whatever it was called. Over here. Oh, they're going to say the Giala Delve corridor. That was the 10 out of 10. No, I'm deadly serious, Tay, and I won't judge you. I won't mock you. It's my birthday. I'm feeling friendly. Don't say Zaitan. Zaitan's so weird though because it has all the making. It's like a desperate struggle for art. There's a struggle for quality and value there that makes me have a high opinion of it. It just fucked up, right? I'll always have a soft spot for ambition, and where it's clearly that an artist was just constrained by the fact that the budget didn't stretch or the timeline or the deadline or whatever. And that's what Zaitan was. Not Yaladel. You will say Vlox is probably your favourite villain in the entire game other than Joker. Oh, that's very good. I see Vlox as very Anka-ish at the moment. I think they're both fantastic. I definitely put them up there in my top 10. Actually, I will continue to credit the modern Arenanet writers for this. There are a lot of things that I'm iffy about, but their characterization of villains, I think, has been fucking amazing since Season 4. Balthazar was the last big fuck-up, right? I think Ryland was a really interesting character, actually. It was kind of all set up to be this basically paint-by-numbers, cookie-cutter, boilerplate storyline of, you know, almost like a Disney-like, oh, he's just struggling and he's not recognized by his father, but he's a good guy, really. And then, no, they on the Icebrood Saga, they turn Ryland and they say, no, this guy's just a fucking monster. He's irredeemable by the end. Fuck Ryland. Ryland's got a really great, like, turn to the worst that was really fresh. I really, really enjoyed that narratively. Ryland I loved. Banger I loved. Everything about Banger. I would do things for Banger. Banger's amazing. Joko was good until he got written out too quickly, so he's a bit iffy for me. Anka was incredible. The issue is, though, that for every Anka that they've written, they've also written a Suwon. which I feel very, very the other direction. But a lot of I think the characters, for every Isgarin, there's a Dagda or a modern Zoja, where there's just all these, or a modern Livia. A lot of these characters, I think they didn't do things. Why am I doing a generic review of the fucking story right now? Cograth sent 10 gift memberships. Thank you, Cograth. That's very, very kind of you. 10 out of 10 Kraukatoric. Yes, and I personally would say, by the way, that those two patches together, Aurene dying and then the actual end of Season 4, I would say they're both 10 out of 10s. There's no such thing as actual perfection, right? So you can always nitpick something. So living in the real world where you're going to give a 10 out of 10 anyway, you can't really ask Guild Wars to get much better than that. Another beat I absolutely adored was at the very beginning of POF. That first moment traveling across the dunes on a raptor, that was a hell of a moment. That wasn't necessarily a story moment, that was a whole product moment. That was the mastery system and everything all coming together. Right, your 10 out of 10 is the tunnel. All right, get him out of there. Get him out of here. Look, you're lucky we're not on Twitch yet. If I was on Twitch, I would make an example of you, Spitting Llama. Palawa Jacko's mocap is 10 out of 10. That's funny you say that. I think people talk about that, and Arenanet talked about that a lot. But I always just thought it was just whatever, par for the course, perfectly adequate. It didn't blow my mind. What did blow my mind was hearing they spent 9 months making it. I thought that was a huge waste of time and resources. The amount of time that they put into it and what they got out of it. It was a bit tacky to be open about that at the time, but, you know, it's been a few years now, so maybe we can be. Ryland's ending felt great. Yeah, Ryland's ending, I think the core structure of Ryland's story is really good. Unfortunately, it wasn't delivered well because the end of the Icebreed Saga was rushed, and he got Primordus just as much as Jormag got Primordus, just as much as, you know, which is a shame. And even Bram got fucked by that. But if you just actually look at the beats of Ryland's arc, I thought it was fresh. And they did something with Ryland that I never in a million years thought that they would do. The little detour into making Smoda into a pseudo-villain was dumb, but otherwise, yeah. Yeah, well, that was terrible. That was one of the all-time lowlights, the Smoda bit. I wouldn't call that a little detour. I would call that a blatant misunderstanding of the world building, of the character. Not only is it a terrible decision from the perspective of it's not coherent with what they've written, so it's not earned or justified. That I don't even really care about that much. What I care about is they took away a compelling character. They took away an interesting element of the world building. They took away someone that was fun to interact with by just making them this fucking mock, superficial, just moron. Alright, okay, so bringing it back to this patch. My Trin was peak villain, says Valen. I don't know whether I agree. I don't know whether
I'm terrified to close my eyes out.
No, I have to be honest, okay? My Trin I was only interested in when she was a mystery. When she was disappeared into the mists, and it was weird that they had set that up in Season 1 and then we'd moved on from it. I liked her as a mystery box. Once they actually opened the mystery box, I was not interested in my Trin. And in fact, I remember very, very, very fucking clearly, guys, sitting right here. Well, not right here. I remember doing a stream, a blind EOD stream, and I remember being uninterested, bored, put off even by my Trin. I remember using the phrase that she wasn't fun to be around and she was a sad sack. That's what I said, and it really stirred the pot that got a lot of people in chat angry and annoyed with me. People really didn't like that. And it's not that I don't want a character to be emotional on screen, and it's not that you can even justify it for my Trin. It's that it wasn't earned because she hadn't been with us for long enough. And again, it took away. I was really looking forward to. I was enjoying the idea of being with a swashbuckling, fun pirate that had a lot to offer. EOD overall balanced out a bit there because it did have a lot of other funny characters, and the Scooby-Doo mystery gang I would still love to see come back, but you know. Yeah, I got to be honest, guys. My Trin, my instinct and my experience of my Trin, I didn't really like her.
Fully disabled. All right, let's regroup in the courtyard.
Scarlet was your most hated villain for a reason. Scarlet was.
Surely this isn't the end of our surprise.
There's a lot to talk about with Scarlet, and I indeed did that in a video. Check it out. I have a video called "Scarlet Briar is a Scapegoat." One of my first narrative analyses of Season 1 during Season 1. I need to change my keybinds desperately. Give me that key back. I don't actually think, at the time, I didn't think Scarlet was that bad. It was just... Look, I'll give you guys a very, very brief summary of what I think happened. My post-mortem on Season 1, alright? And in fact, Guild Wars 2 in general, Guild Wars 2 storytelling in general, and why there are a bunch of salty, bitter, angry, middle-aged people on the Guild Wars 1 subreddit right now that are still annoyed about this game. Season 1 was rough ride because it was that exact moment where Guild Wars transitioned away from trying to be epic, poetic fantasy to more soapy, melodramatic, intimate, personal fantasy, right? They're very, very different experiences. It went from being... it went from trying to be The Lord of the Rings to fucking... Hollyoaks. I don't know.
Why would the inquest want
But
to
there
solve
was
this?
definitely a scope shift, and there was...
Seb wants to control it.
And people didn't buy a lot of those characters, and they were really put off by that. So when they set up this mystery of this person pulling the strings, and then it turned out to be Scarlet that had done this and done that and was this and that, and people didn't like it. All right. And look, I also think, let's be completely blunt, let's be candid, I think the writing was bad. I think the narrative direction was poor. I think the characters that were conceived were poor. I think they should have continued to utilize things that were set up in the personal story. Whatever, let's stop reviewing the lore, let's play it. I'm really sorry, I'm genuinely not trying to pad. It's just I've got all this pent-up energy, everyone. I haven't been streaming for ages, so I've not been able to talk about the same topics that we've been relentlessly going on about for years. Here we go. Historian Melisa, Jesus Christ. What have you got for me? Let's play the game.
We found some inquests traveling through here and managed to capture them. I didn't think much of it until one of them mentioned how they knew they shouldn't have come back here. It seems they were deeper in the jungle with the bulk of the inquest and decided to return for something. Of course, they've refused to say a word since. I figure you can be more persuasive than me, though.
Okay, wait. Koi Cutie says Lord of the Rings is super soapy and emotional in your opinion. Okay, maybe in the books because it is quite intimate and tender and so on. Well, whatever. Let's not get sidetracked by that. All right. Here's how I can articulate my point to you all. All right. Pause this video. Okay. I want you guys right here on YouTube right now to do something for me. Pause this and come back once you've done it. Watch these two things side by side. I just want you to watch two things side by side. One, the initial reveal trailer for Guild Wars 2, the very first trailer. Go back and watch that trailer, okay? It's not that long. And as you watch that trailer, listen to the music swell and see how you feel and what Arenanet are telegraphing to you about their world and about their storytelling. At the end of that trailer, they have a flash section where they skip through loads of epic concept art of badass heroes in gorgeous, sweeping environments, massive monsters, and it's flicking through them as the music crescendos, okay? At the end of the trailer, all right? I want you to watch the original Guild Wars 2 trailer, right? Watch that. Ask yourself what kind of setting they're suggesting they're going to give to you, right? Watch that, okay? And then immediately after that, I want you to watch the Living World Season 1 cutscene where Lord Farron falls into the Crown Pavilion after Queen Jenna, and it turns out she was just an illusion, all right? Watch those two. They're both on YouTube. Watch those two things side by side, and you'll understand what I'm getting at. How the kind of stories they were delivering, the focus, the ambition, the idea was completely different by that midway point of Season 1, and that's right when they were asking us to buy into Scarlet Briar at the same time. And that's where the whiplash came from, and that's where, to this day, some people still can't get onto the Guild Wars 2 ride. So that's what I'm trying to articulate there, and if you stop and you watch those, you'll get what I mean. Right, what did this character say? I was distracted by chat. What's the situation? We found some inquests traveling through. We captured them. I didn't think much of it until one mentioned they knew we shouldn't have come back. It seems they were deeper in the jungle. Ooh, okay. They refused to say word. Right. Let's go find them. Inquest interrogated.
I tell you, I may not go back at all. There's something to be said for the life out here.
Have you acquired a brain parasite or something? I've nearly been eaten 3 times since I got here. I'm sick of field rations already.
Well, you can always come back and visit me. I'll tell the locals you don't taste good.
And it's also why beats like Marjorie and Casimir's engagement and wedding and stuff sit sour with people. People will claim, oh, it's it's homophobia or it's misogyny or whatever. It's not really those things. It's about the scope of these stories. If you watch that original trailer, you'll get an impression that, you know, if you're going to have a big epic character wedding, you think of massive palaces and huge sweeping vistas and, you know, some weight of politics behind it. You know, there's this broad scope feeling and vibe and epic poetry to the thing that people bought into, and people bought into from Guild Wars 1 as well. That is not there when you're watching two people just, you know, like talk about how happy they are in a bar, right? And I'm not saying there's not space for both. I'm just saying that it's been a progression that burned some bridges.
Because it's pretty.
Right, where the fuck are they? Oh, well, there's one here. Oh, I see. They're all in these random little cages. Hello. Oh, alchemy! It's the commander. Please don't hurt me. Kill me. Let's just talk for now. Can I just defect? I don't want to do this anymore. You can trust me. Let's see if that's really true. I immediately feel like I should be an Asura. But no, we'll play a bumbling, oblivious Norn that gets manipulated. I'm stretching out what little story I have. Yeah, to be clear, how long is this? I'm hoping it's long, because, you know, that we skipped a story patch. You're wasting your time. Oh, yeah? You'll never get me to talk. I bet there's something that will change your tune. I don't understand. I'm telling them they can leave, but they're staying in the cages, and it's not opening, and they're not saying anything else to me? Does that count as interrogation? It doesn't. The bar's not filling up. What do you want? Let's have a little talk. I've got nothing to say. Maybe your stuff will talk for you. You mean your golems? Do they have golems that I can engineer? Confiscated inquest belongings. Okay. They just die. I mean, literally, it's just their stuff. Inside is a lot of literature about clemency laws and protection for defectors. What is a clemency law? If I seek clemency. Clemency is the granting of mercy, compassion, or leniency by a person in authority, such as a president or a governor, to someone who's been convicted of a crime. It typically serves as a last resort after all legal appeals have been exhausted. So we're talking like if you pirate a bunch of stuff and promise to delete it, usually we talk about clemency with regard to piracy, don't we? Okay. Inside is a journal where they express great concern that they can't trust their friends and great fear that they will wind up being the one punished for it. Perfect, I can play off of this. Inside is a Mr. Quiggles, slightly worn from being held off and nice. Okay, just as a quick recap as well. My big theory, if I remember rightly, about the story, I'm thinking that all the cybernetic animals and stuff around is Vlox is stuffing people's consciousnesses into these machines. He's manipulating their and he's manipulating their memories at that point, so they don't really remember who they are. I think that golem that's with us is a dog. That was Kerry's theory. Yeah. And that's a really cool story to do alongside Isgarin, who's also messing with people's memories. I think we can get a cool beat here where Vlox is defending himself from saying, Isgarin's no better than me. He messes with people's minds with Ascension. And I'm ascending people in my own way through cybernetics. But who are you to say that you're better than me or whatever? I think we're kind of building to that. I think that could be really fun. Oh, alchemy, it's the commander. Please don't kill me. Let's just talk for now. Can I just defect? Sure, but first tell me what you were all doing here.
All I know for sure is that Kuda needed us to retrieve something, but only her favorites knew what it was.
Right, okay.
You have accomplished nothing.
Oh, Seb getting beaten up over there. Well, the Brilliant getting beaten up.
You dare to dream you've destroyed my work? You've knocked over a single test tube. This changes nothing.
Okay. You're wasting your time. Oh yeah, you'll never get me to talk. Oh, I'm not here to talk. You're not? I just wanted to let you know I'm taking your Mr. Quiggles. What? You can't do that? Come on. Can't you take something else instead? Like some information, maybe?
Look, you're too late. Kuda sent us to recover something, but they've already taken it back.
Okay. What do you want? I got nothing to say. Funny, all your friends talked. Couldn't stop talking even. They wouldn't dare. Can you afford to take that risk?
Fine. Kuda sent us back here to find something. I don't know what. I was just the escort.
Okay. So we still haven't interrogated someone, I guess because we never grabbed these belongings. Don't know why I just left those on the floor. There are a lot of inquest missives inside, including several that suggest the execution of members that had been captured by the Alliance and released on the assumption that they talked. Seems like he's in big trouble either way. Right. So you don't want to get caught full stop, and if you do, you don't admit it. Don't bother. It's in your best interest. She'll assume you talked even if you don't. That's probably true. It doesn't matter anyway. The rest of the team made it back by now. They probably think I'm dead. Made it back without Ancora.
The scouts found another way through. Don't bother pressing me for it. I don't know the way.
You were right, Ritlock. I think this is going to be the break we've been looking for.
What'd you find?
Kuda sent some inquest back to search for something. Whatever it is, they found it and left already. But if they could get here and back without Ancora...
Then we can too.
Exactly. I'm going to go investigate a camp they were at. Let the others know to be ready to move.
My god, I've got deja vu. Didn't we already do this? In this exact area in the base game, we were hunting in this area for a mystery thing that the Inquest had been looking for. This is the same thing again. I guess we are moving slightly further away this time. It's weird. I don't have my hero challenges and stuff on Natalie. Right, let's see what we got. Oh, it's good. I'm back. I'm playing Guild Wars. Oh. We're free. We're free to stream and see what we think. My temptation to go tag that meta right now is overwhelming. But I'm not going to do it.
Perhaps I could adapt this technique to my own systems.
Okay, clues in a cool area. I'm very happy to come back here. Right, I really need to learn what the fuck this character's doing. I'll have to play off screen, I think.
Make haste. Yes, gaining
I want to favour Spear a bit more as well. Actually, do you know what? If I remember rightly, that trait, it still exists, right? Oh, I'm still under attack. Oh, and now he's TP'd over to me. There's a trait that throws up F2 immediately as soon as you hit combat, right? Yeah, chant of action. Gain motivation when you enter combat. If you don't have a refrain, instantly get the chant of action. I'd rather do that than super speed for allies. Fuck it. And that also means I instantly get 15% damage on the first hit. Now this one, on your knees, does do a flat packet of damage. Brace yourselves is a heal. Do I have another offensive one? I do, actually. There's on your knees and there's find their weakness. Let's do find their weakness. I love that. Feels very Guild Wars 1E to do that. Okay. So what do we got here? Old Prince.
From these tracks, it looks like this was a decent-sized group. Most of them must have escaped.
Okay. You had the exact same reaction when the patch dropped. What, that we're doing the same thing again twice? Oh, a book of poetry. Is this... Oh, optional notes. These are new. Ooh, this book seems to contain page after page of Asuran love poems. You take a moment to read one. Oh, to be the bolt to your wretch, that the talk of your soul might apply to me. Oh, to be a cog in the gear train of your heart, that I might help convey your energy. You conclude that this is unlikely to lead anywhere useful. I like that. Asuran poetry.
Might makes me right.
Sounds more dynamics than synergetics, but you know. So maybe not my total cup of tea. Oh shit, did the 3 just do 6k off the pot? It's pretty good. A powerlifting charger.
Whatever they were after, It looks like it took several of them to carry it away.
The fury is mine.
It did do 6k off the top. I don't really want to press 5, that's point blank. Muddy reports, equipment report. We've got the item secured, and we're preparing to make the trek back to Supra Fortis. However, we've sustained significant equipment losses getting through the thick vines in the seer defenses. Our remaining loadout is 3 golems, 1 with non-functioning weapons, 8 machetes, all in need of sharpening, 3 shield generators, none at full functionality, 14 rifles, all of which have become mud-clogged and unreliable, 6 field engineers, also mud-clogged and unreliable. Let's hope that this was worth it, even if we don't make it, even if we make it back alive. Wow. So what the hell is Supra Fortis? There's a broken tablet here. Beep, 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 beep.
Well, they didn't leave much on here, but there are coordinates at least. Let's see where they lead.
Okay, and that supply box, I guess, is the last thing, but I don't want to miss out on the optional notes, so let's grab this here first. I love this. Lots of interactables. Or the Eternal Sentinels just spawn near us, but aside from the combat music, I think we'll be fine. Figures that I get sent to trudge back through the jungle straight into enemy-held territory just to grab, I don't even know what, but clearly something nobody thought was important enough to bring the first time. I'm glad to be doing something, I guess. Things have been too quiet lately. The director is preoccupied with something, and whatever it is, he's doing it entirely on his own. I guess I should just count myself lucky that I'm here as Kuda's courier rather than one of her subjects. So, because we kind of skipped a story patch this time, this has actually been a significant amount of time in universe for the story jump now, right? It's been 6 months. Do you guys think that they'll actually justify or talk about that at any point in this patch? There they talk about it being quiet for a while. Are we going to establish what the commander was doing during this time? Sorry, does this not actually throw? Jump and throw a spear at your target location, dealing damage in the area, and the opponent... No, it does. It's just its ground target, is that right? Okay.
Almost there.
Our quickness is up a bit.
Looks like they left a lot of stuff behind, including a rough description of the way back. Kuda wouldn't be pleased about that.
And by the way, just the whole epic fantasy thing, I think that the writers and the world builders have done a lot to reclaim that over the years as well. It was just that season 1 was a real low light, because I certainly feel it traces and elements of that, particularly through the recent stories. Many X-Packs have all been pretty good for it, actually. And a lot of POF was good for it as well.
Trailblazing gear. Wherever they came through must be really overgrown. If you guys can hear me, I've found where we need to go. I'm sending some coordinates. Gather up what you need and meet me there when you're ready.
Okay, meet with your allies and determine your next steps. Well, this has certainly been quite fillery as an opening, but that's fine. I actually don't mind. Oh, shit. Could have used the Jade Bot booster there, to be honest. Would have been a bit smarter. Whatever.
There's so much wild magic here, and it's so closely entwined with the wildlife as well. I need to get samples for closer study before they're diluted.
Even Genshin added a codex? You say even Genshin. What does that mean, though? Genshin earns fucking ridiculous amounts of money. It's one of the best funded media experiences on the planet. Guild Wars doesn't get a codex because there's no money. Alright, so yeah, I was always curious if it was through this wall that we were going to go. I swear to God, if you go back to the original LP for Visions of Eternity, we came here and said, is this going to be the entrance to the new map? And it is. Very cool. And it makes sense, right? I mean, the main story ended just near those trees. And here's the whole gang. Hello, everyone. Sadly, we can't press F. Ah, who's the cast, though? Kanark, Ritlock, Isgaran, Cider. It's such a good cast. Here's the PTM. The Pet Transfer Module is our theory about what it stands for.
Looks like we're finally making some progress here.
Going to be a tough trek through the jungle, though.
That makes, what, the 6th time we've done so together?
Interesting. Are these excursions a regular hobby of yours?
Castora has dangers other places do not. But Canuck is right. This is not outside of your usual fare.
Let's get going then. We're far enough behind as it is.
Oh, Ritlock calling me out there.
Call here. Give me a moment.
Oh, is it Vlox? Oh, I'm so excited, genuinely. But Guild Wars did have a codex in beta. Oh, come on. It has some loose strings of UI vaguely going in that direction that they dropped. I don't deny that you could put it in there. I would fucking add a button right here that says codex, all right? I would actually split achievements out into 2 things. I'd have collections and things separate. But, and weeklies and things should be separate. And yeah, you could definitely put a... oh, he hung up. Do I get an achievement for that, for not answering the phone? Hold on, I got to dial 301. Is it 301? Got to listen to my voicemail. Oh my god, now that I have a Pixel, I have that Google voicemail thing. It's so good. Alright, let's go over it. But yeah, I mean, I agree you could put it in there. I did a fan art of it, didn't I? Years ago? I'm sure that's still out there somewhere on Imgur. WP's old fan art. And you guys since then have made even better ones. It's my mum calling to say she's got a full restore. Oh, she's bought a full restore with my money. I did a Pokemon Heart Gold playthrough about half a year ago, maybe. And it blew my mind how often she calls you and she just says, oh, I spent your money. Sorry, bye. I would love to make a Pokemon mod for that game. Seriously. That does all my favourite little tweaks and things that I'd want. Like getting Pokeball seals and stuff earlier and slightly expanding some of the routes. I would love to do that. I don't know how hard it is. But I tend to see it's very young children that make Pokemon hacks, so I assume the tools are pretty good, considering how technically illiterate the lower generations can be. Anyway, private area. It's a bit snobby of me to say that, wasn't it? This is supposed to be private. Can you leave, please? Kelter Ecu de Fleur. Did I say that right? From the Exodus of the Elder Dragons, gods, the Luminary.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. There's been pressing matters I couldn't ignore. I hope you've had some time to consider everything.
I have. But it's hard to know what to make of it when I still don't know what you're going to do.
I haven't hidden anything from you, Commander. But as I said before, I can't tell you what I don't even know myself.
Oh.
When the rite is complete, I will decide what to do next.
That's not very compelling, that our villain is just winging it.
Stand aside. Let their people decide their future for themselves. But it also may require more complex maneuvering. Who's to say? I'm as eager to find out as you are.
The only way this is going to end well is if you step down from the inquest and come to our side. Think of what you could accomplish working alongside the Alliance and the Astral Ward.
I thought she was going to say the Commander.
Does one partner with the disease in searching for the cure? The Alliance and the Ward are infected with the very corruption and myopia I need to fix. I tried to do this the way you always have, but it doesn't work. The problem is too large, and the stakes are too high. I know you're coming to find me. I'm glad. Once this ugly business is done, you'll see that I've been on your side all along.
Pokemon hack ROMs for Gen 3 have been getting amazing. Yeah, Kerry plays a lot of them, and it blows my mind how many features they have and how decent they are. But that's Gen 3. I would want to do a hack of Gen 4, which I understand is a lot more primitive and a lot harder. Over to this. I don't like how intangible a lot of this is. I don't like the feeling that Vlox is winging it, because it just sort of feels like an excuse for keeping us in the dark. Like, I could see here... Okay, so he accuses the Astral Ward and the Alliance, which we just helped to found, with corruption and myopia, right? Can we not put a point on that? Can we not talk more concretely about that? I feel like that would have been really cool if over last year, and, well, particularly last year, but a little bit before as well, if the story had kept pointing out the issues between these guys. But we kind of haven't really. We had a bit of an argument and a bit of a vote, but you know, that's democracy. There's going to be healthy debate when it comes to how to use the Scepter of War, and everything worked out fine in the end. It's like, I think it was earlier in VOE, I can't remember exactly where it was, but Arenanet dropped a line, maybe it was through Vlogs, I can't remember the exact context of it, but they dropped a line that was about how the world is broken and the peoples of the world don't get on together, and you know, we need something more radical because the politicians and the bureaucrats are dragging. Do you remember there was a line something like to that effect? And when I heard that in base VOE, I talked about it on the stream. I don't buy it, because the game, you can't tell me that that's the case when the rest of the story is all about the virtues and the strengths and the brilliance of togetherness, and we're always bringing people together, and we're always defeating our enemies, and we're always, you know, holding hands and singing Kumbaya. What they think their world building is not what it is, right? There's a lot more collaboration and hand-holding and a lot less friction and tension and failure than I think that they think that is there. So when Vlox says all this, I want to believe this. I want to be like, you know what, Vlox has got a good point, because last year, there was, think about this shit that happened when we founded the Alliance, and then this shit that happened, and then this shit that happened, and then this shit, and I still can't agree about this, and I still can't agree about that. And you can say, okay, yeah, the Alliance is pretty dysfunctional. And you know what? The Alliance we tried to found at the Pale Tree during Season 2 was also kind of dysfunctional. And Traherne's Pact was kind of dysfunctional. And Ryland trying to get everybody together, and Bangar trying to get everybody together amongst the Char was dysfunctional. You know, I want to look at all of these and say that these were all terrible events, but with the exception of Bangar and the Char Civil War, I don't really think that Arenanet have actually painted that picture. It's very hard for me to intangibly get behind Vlox here, because I don't really know what he's bitching about. And I feel like it's just sort of hiding behind it, you know, not really writing the story. It's sort of telling me you've written a story when you haven't written a story. That's my gut on that. Sorry, I'm not going to be really picky and critique every second of every moment of this. Let's be honest, that's kind of what I do. But I'll try not to. Alright, here we go. Portal to Eternity's Garden. Now, if I walk into that, do I go into the map? I do. Oh, I like the concept art. In that it doesn't look like a really weird, messy collage with a guy in a polo shirt. It also really fits the Starlit World art. Okay. But we don't want to just walk in there. We want to enter this. Queen Jenna voted against Livia. Clearly she corrupt. Yeah, I mean, what? So he uses the word corruption there. What corruption did we see last year? What corruption did we see? And you know, last year when I was going all on about why Malice was there and how Malice should try to betray us and take the scepter, and oh, they could do this, and well, I want that friction and I want that drama and that backstabbing. This is why I argue for that, because it leads to interesting stories that are justified. But what did they do with Malice? What did Malice do last year? What did Kaith do last year? You know? The only people who were a little out for themselves, admittedly, were the Asura, which Vlox would have a bigger idea about, and VOE has kind of set up some good stuff about the council early on. I don't know. I just want it to be as tangible and concrete as possible, so that I can live with it and think about how complicated it is, and, you know, get the feeling you get when you watch a really well-scripted show. Like, I know it's a cliche, all right, and I know I go on about it quite often, but that's what you get out of watching a show like The Wire. That's what makes high art, right? Because you look at these people and you look at the situations that they're in, whether you're looking at the police or whether you're looking at the people on the streets or wherever, and you're saying, oh, fuck, they've been raised and grown in these ridiculous systems that have trapped them and created all this shit. And there really isn't an easy answer. Here's how the systems try to provide answers and how they completely fall apart. And it's really captivating because it's based on the concrete. All right, let's stop. I'm annoying myself. Hello. Oh, Isgarin still looks weak. Hold on. Is that from his little issue in the tomb earlier? So has 6 months passed? Hello, everyone.
This is it then. What's the plan? Just hack our way through the jungle?
This feels very Heart of Thorns right now, doesn't it?
You've got a better idea?
We've waited long enough for a way in, so let's not waste any more time.
Are you up for this journey, Isgarin?
It matters not. We must act now while we can. Do not worry after me.
Well then, let's get to it, shall we?
This is the 4th glaze of The Wire you've heard this week. Finally watch it. I hate talking about The Wire because it's such a fucking armchair internet bullshit thing that everyone talks about The Wire. But they're right to. It is. It's very, very, very worst. The Wire is an incredible show. It never falls below like a... And it's a show that if when you rewatch it and see where things are going and how they're building, it's even better. It's an excellent show. It will probably take you a bit to click into it, but it is phenomenal. All right, okay. So what did we say? You know, I thought the opening arc here was going to be about all the refugees stuck on the island and getting back to the mainland, but we kind of didn't do any of that, did we? We just sort of wandered over to see some inquests that were looking for something that had been left at the temple. Does that mean that we left something at the temple when we were there during the main story? Hack our way through. Yeah, let's get one of those Heartthorn's flamethrowers. Use your glint shit, Ritlock. Are you still communing with glint? Use that because you used that in one of the trailers, I think, or one of the early things. Didn't you demonstrate your new Revenant powers to us once by ripping through one of those with glint? Alright, Gate of Machetes. Weird. Press F to get a special action to get a skill 1. Oh, we're getting boss music as well, are we? Use your machete to rip through the vines. Wouldn't want to get snagged on those, I think it said, was the description. It's very boomerangy, isn't it? I saw a video the other day of someone correctly using a scythe to, like, cut grass, and it looked fascinating. Alright, I think we possibly want to kill the crocodile first. No, maybe not. Find their weakness. So it's dark again. Is that because it's always dark in this instance, or is it just the time of day that I got to this instance? Now, do I still want to be juggling my refrains to build up the alacrity? I think I do, don't I? Oh, wow, look at this. Isn't this the opening shot? This was the first... That's it, isn't it? Right there. That's the screenshot that they gave us about 3 months ago around the raid release. Right? That's the shot that I said reminded me of...
Are you alright?
And it's dark, so... And the screenshot was dark, so I bet Bogart got the screenshot from the instance. And it is always night.
Without me, if need be.
Oh, are we entering the arc where we all feel bad for him?
Ritlock's right. We can't do this without you. If you need a moment, let us know.
I have...
Very well. But do not lose sight of the task in front of us. This is more important than I.
Can I just say, guys, by the way...
I'm surprised you left the pub to come trudging through the woods with us, Canuck.
You're frustratingly perceptive, you know that? Do you remember how I was when we met, Commander?
Yes!
Determined and idealistic, willing to do whatever was necessary.
I do remember.
At some point, I stopped trying to save the world. I wasn't very good at it anyway, so why not leave it to someone else?
Hey, you were there for some good times.
I don't regret the life I lead now, make no mistake. And it could be that's where my real talent lies. But maybe your new friend makes me feel a little guilty about giving up. Maybe it's time I fix that.
Wow, something deep from Canuck? Hell yeah! I'm all about that! 10 out of 10! I like his little weapon there as well. Oh my god, you've just been a fucking walking quip box for like 6 years. There was actually a little something there, wasn't there? Maybe your new friend makes me feel guilty about giving up. Who's the new friend? Sorry. Does he mean Vlox? Or does he mean Isgarin? Speaking of Isgarin, I spend all my time on these glazing him. I've really enjoyed the character. I've enjoyed him because I like to think I understand that you're not meant to like... I like him as a piece of the media, right? You're not supposed to be his friend. He's supposed to be antagonistic. He's supposed to be annoying and arrogant, and you're supposed to be grated by him, right? But you're also supposed to see the depth to him, right? I love him for that. I love that there's that duality there. I have to say, though, when the other people I play this game with and when I play it with Kerry, they all just fucking hate him. Just straight up hate him. They hate the way he speaks. They hate everything about him. They get put off by the fact he's in the story. So I feel on the balance of, fairness here, I'll mention that, not everyone loves Isgarin. Right, shall I go machete this down? That's cool. That's a big effect there. The whole wall falling down like that. I don't know whether people in chat feel the same. I relate to Isgarin. I wish. I wish I was thousands of years old and had actual wisdom. Do I relate to being a little, just a little bit condescending sometimes? Well, I don't know about that. Look, we all have our flaws. I can admit mine. Can I be a little bit dismissive? Maybe. But you know what? That's not my fault. That's what society's done to me. That's what the internet has done to me.
Yeah, getting there. Ask me again when this is all done with.
Do my friends snarl him down? I would say so.
While Vlox is our first priority, we're still going to have to deal with the rest of the inquest. If he really doesn't plan to stay as their leader, they might be even more dangerous afterward.
Agreed.
There's something else that's been bothering me. Locke says he doesn't know what he's going to do after the right. Let's say he really does intend to do the right thing. What if there isn't one?
What do you mean?
You mean to ask Tribune what he'll do if only bad options exist? Will he pick the least harm or the most potential for good?
A pondery older than Tyria itself. Not sure I even know what we would do.
This is good. This is what I want it to be about, but because there's not anything tangible there, it feels winded. It feels hollow. Does anyone know what I mean by that? This is all great. This is exactly the kind of thing I want the game to be asking about and talking about. But because we haven't actually pinned it to a real pro and con issue, it feels just a bit too heady. Do you know what I mean? Give me this conversation when it's a real pickle. A real Bay or Bay type situation for my Life is Strange fans out there. What did you pick, guys? Bay or Bay? No one's gonna know what I'm talking about. Go watch Visualwood. I'm interested in this though. Arenanet have been quite clear about this idea that there are more inquests. Vlox can stop being their leader for now. Because wasn't there a whole thing where some people were speculating that maybe Vlox was only the leader of this specific cell and all that? We kind of moving on from that. He is the director of all the inquests at the moment, but they have a lot of other suits, for want of a better phrase, that will step up and... Is that what we're getting to? You guys picked Bay. Okay, well, it often goes in these stories that if you pick the big picture rather than the small, intimate thing, you're the villain. Just by the way. So you guys might be being a bit vloxy there by picking Bay instead of Bay.
Give me something to hit.
You just rewatched Visualwood Let's Play last week? What, really? The Life is Strange one? Is that why I'm talking about that right now? Did somebody drop me a comment about it? Did you talk to me about that on some other social? I check my comments all the time. I haven't checked that channel's comments for a long time. It's not speculating. Arenanet published a lore video quickie where they explained there are multiple directors and overseers. Okay, so let's map that to what they just said in game. Saida says if he doesn't plan to stay as their leader. Singular. She didn't say if he doesn't plan to stay as one of their leaders. We're not talking about him as one of the directors in game at any point.
Wait, I think there's something up ahead. Let's see if we can get a better angle.
Interesting. I like the little camera work. More of that, please. They used to do that a lot in the personal story, but it was jankier. I'm playing this build very simple right now. I'm just basically throwing a couple of spear skills and killing shit with that. There's really no interesting synergies going on. I don't even know what relic I have. I bet it's the bad one. Claw. Is there any more interesting relic you guys would like to see than Claw? Obviously, if there's really good ones from the patch, I don't have those yet. Oddly, the story calls him the director as if he's the only one, but it contradicts their VOE promo video. Yeah, and look, when it comes to stuff like this, I always take the first party info. You know, when ancillary information conflicts with the game, to me, you kind of have to stick with the media that's in front of you. I know that is hard to do when we become obsessive nerds, picking over everything available. You know, I used to be really big on like lore interviews. I used to dream of getting like if you spoke to WoodenPotatoes from season 1, what his dream was as a partner, it was to secure some kind of like monthly lore spotlight with the devs for my channel where I could have an interview and maybe we'd get some tidbit. I used to love and dream of that idea, not just the idea that you'd get views out of it, but because I just really wanted more lore. But now, or like the ability that they would write more of those season 1 style short stories and then I could read them on the channel. But nowadays, I feel very, very much the reverse. I don't like info being buried all over the place, and I can only imagine that the long-term writers hate that as well, because it's like herding a bag of cats, you know, like trying to remember everything that was said everywhere at every point. Without a really, really well-made internal wiki, they're going to struggle. And I don't know if they have one. Of course, if I'd ever got a position there, that would have been a big priority. I'd like to think I'd have the leeway to do, but, you know. All right, what's going on here? Pipes. They're interesting. That sounded really insincere, didn't it? No, but I do mean it sincerely. I don't remember seeing anything like that in the game before. And novelty is always big for me. Okay, a hologram of someone.
This is a reminder that you have all been given your assignments and know your duties. The director is occupied with his own tasks, the details of which are not your concern. You answer to me! Your loyalty is to the inquest. Don't you dare forget it.
Definitely sounds like they're not all on the same page.
I don't know what I want them to do with Kuda. I think I would most like her to be like Ryland, where again it feels like she's going to be on a redemption story or something. I also think a Desmina type situation might also be quite cool. And by that I mean the fallout of all of this is that you know, Vlox gets deposed or whatever, and she immediately swoops in as the director, and she's like, "Mwahaha, I'm in charge of the underworld now," and close curtains. I wouldn't be too opposed to that. I could also see her as a General Morgan type, you know, that does defect and join us, but they have to do that carefully and well. If she does defect and join us, I don't want her to be a goody two-shoes. I want her to be a really abominable, nasty piece of work that nonetheless is hanging around with us a lot. That would be very cool. There you go. Look, I'm giving you guys all the archetypes, but basing it on Guild Wars stuff only. All right. Do you want to hear what I learned about anime today? Does anybody want to hear how I've continued learning and becoming more worldly? I learned what... Oh my god. I learned what Issaka is. Issaka? Isuka. Issaka. I think that's the word. Didn't learn it very well, did I? It's basically... It's like a Wizard of Oz format story. It's like another world. So you take someone in the real world and you plunge them into an alternate reality. And it's a very like paint by numbers, cookie cutter, like cliche way of telling a story. And a lot of anime do it. It's a Kai. It's a Kai. It's a Kai. That's it. There you go. It's a Kai. Isekai? How do I say it? And I like it, but apparently like a lot of anime nerds hate it. Apparently they're all fuming about it and very frustrated because it's so overdone and But at the end of the day, I don't think any anime is really that great. Sorry, I said it. So I wouldn't have too high expectations. Of course, they're going to copy paste what works. WP needs to watch Name Your Name film. Icicle? Okay, I didn't say icicle. Nani is an isekai. Isekai. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And one of my favourite video games of all time. I've done 2 Let's Plays on it now. Final Fantasy X. Also a product of Japan. I think somewhat qualifies. You know, the dreams Anakin being the real world and he steps into a new world. It's kind of similar. There are traces of that in 6 as well, right? The world of the Espers. I don't know whether it really counts if you briefly go to another world. I think the format is that you're just a normal schoolgirl, but when you go through the portal, it turns out that there's a giant cat demon. And you're actually part cat, and there's ghosts, and there's a guy with a scar for an eye, and he's got black and white hair. And, this is a real anime I'm talking about right now, by the way. Does anyone know what anime I'm talking about? I've been enduring it the past few days. While everyone else is really enthusiastic. It's exactly what I just said. It's a little girl. She walks through like a... She got in an accident in a sinkhole when she was little, and then a cat demon infected her or something. And when she walks through an alleyway, suddenly it's like the Edo period. And there's a big cat in the sky. And there's a little fairy boy. He's maybe 2 foot tall, and he's not real. And yeah, there's a guy with a scar and a samurai sword that he swings. It sounds a bit like Inuyasha. No, it's not Inuyasha. It's made by the same guy that did Inuyasha, though. I think they just derivatively did the same story again, except it's new. Like season 1 just came out. It's like Inuyasha. It's something else, and I don't know what Inuyasha is, but I think it's that thing. Yeah, I think a lot of Studio Ghibli is a bit isekai-y as well. All right, whatever. I'm moving on. I'm moving on from the cringe anime combo. Need something, Commander? Are you ready for what's ahead? Definitely ready to be done with it. Ready to see the inquest buried for good. But look, what you guys are seeing here, okay, is you're seeing me become enlightened, all right? Give it enough years and I'll know all about anime. All right? I'll be there doing the pub quizzes, the anime pub quizzes. I'll be wearing the anime t-shirts and doing, you know when you stick 2 fingers up at someone to say fuck off, right? Your 2 fingers, but you turn it sideways and you put it in front of your face, right? Yeah, do it now. Yeah, that's an anime thing, isn't it? I'll be doing that. And that porn one where they stick their tongue out and cross their eyes. I'll know all these things. Not enlightened, descended. Oh no, they don't cross their eyes, they pull down their eye. Isn't that? I don't know what I'm talking about. Not a fan of all this humidity. Yeah, me neither, Ritlock. I'm boiling, like IRL right now. I'm sweating. Anything else bothering you? Pretty much everything. Business as usual. Talk to me, Canuck. I liked that little detail a second ago. You know I'd love to chat, Commander, but perhaps we should be moving. Any last thoughts about the situation? I think that we'd better hurry, because no matter what happens next, it'll be much safer if we're there. Can't argue with that. Oh, the Silvarian Izakaya. Yeah, there you go. Look, this is the fantasy world. But I didn't check in on it. Oh, is this Garen the last one? Check in with your friends after taking the inquest camp. I don't see any other side objectives, so I'm going to assume.
Are you alright, Isgarin?
Sidney plotted his revenge well, it seems. He'll see me humiliated, even if it costs all of Tyria.
We should make camp for the night anyway. We'll need to be rested for what's to come.
Right, okay. Oh, here we go, check in on him. I think it better I not spend what strength I have on idle talk. Are you going to make it through this? Calm now, Wayfinder. I've survived worse degradations in this. I like this format where we get to just press F and get a bit of unvoice acted extra detail. It's much better than not being able to press F at all. Okay, well, let's make camp. Let's see what it's like in the daytime, shall we? Look at this. We're using those smelly inquest's own equipment. The next morning. Nice, I like this. The lighting all feels very soft here at the moment, doesn't it? Hello.
Good. You're all awake. I have made a decision. The weight of this place is too much. Even if I press on, I'll be of no use. And now more than ever, you must not slow down for me or anyone else. I must wait until the curse is broken, but I will do what I can to assist you from here.
Wait, do we even know what we're looking for?
The rite took place at the Spire of Exaltation. I do not remember the path. It has been millennia since I stood.
Tell me if you took a code in here.
Then we'd best start looking.
Can you tell me if you brought Waiting Sorrow here? Just some clarity on that would be very nice. Locate clues and complete activities to break Sidoni's curse on Castora, and therefore Isgarin? So we're in a bit of an Isgarin weak arc.
Perhaps the answer to this curse is here. Your focus must remain on Vlox, but if an answer presents itself, please do let me know what you find.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, in chat, I just saw MythX Razor. MythX Rasa? He said the thing with Issachar is that it's so overdone at this point. There is an anime where the main character is reborn as a vending machine now. What? What? As a joke? Is it like a one-shot? Is it like a short film? Or is it like some sprawling multi-season thing? Well, I mean, what can they do there? There's an episode of Adventure Time where Jake turns into a brick. And they get their, they get sort of like a bottle episode, as it were. I mean, it's animated, so it's not like really saved budget on it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they did. Apparently it's really good. Wait, WP, you didn't know this anime? The vending machine one? No, Corey, I didn't. It has multiple seasons. It's on its 3rd season. Reborn as a vending machine is actually good. What? How does he have arms and legs? He's not actually a vending machine. He has like a spirit, or he has some capacity to interact with the world beyond just vending drinks. Or is that what he does? He gets a villain and then he tricks them to get a full fat Coke when what they really wanted was a zero. WP watch by Freerun. I actually like Freerun. I'm playing it up a bit. I've seen quite a few shows. Freerun I think is alright. I think it's very girly. And I think it's a little bit too... Okay, I don't like Freerun once it gets to like the tournament arc. I haven't seen season 2. But the whole tournament arc and like, I don't know. But I think Freerun has like a very strong opening, like 10 episodes at least. Really, really, really good. Very melancholic and understated and balanced, and which are all, you know, double thumbs up from me. You're speaking to someone who thinks the height of filmmaking is shit like Inside Llewyn Davis, right? So anime is often not really on my radar, but Freerun's alright. Freerun is a shonen. What is shonen? Going on a long adventure? Freerun is girly and a bit slow. Yeah, I don't say those as criticisms. It just doesn't necessarily fully align with what I would want to watch all the time. The journey is the friends we made along the way. All right, wow, okay, my God, okay, can I just say, immediately, I feel like holding the camera here, doesn't this feel exactly like standing here last year? This character didn't go there, weirdly enough. That's so strange. Isn't it like being at the campsite above an east, not above an east, it's out here at the Mistburn Barrens? Doesn't it feel just like that? Which is funny because it's sort of the same point as far as the patch is concerned as well. Shonen means young man, so it's like saying it's a young adult story. Between teen and young adult. Okay, right. I'm overwhelmed! What do we want to do here now that we're overwhelmed? Help out with research and expedition tasks around Pilgrim's Rest. Assist Tyrion Alliance efforts in the region by escorting allies to research locations, exploring sealed chambers, plundering Inquest caches, and helping pack expedition bags. We need to, for the main story, explore Eternity's Garden. What a lovely name for a map. To find Vlox before he can perform the rite of Divitium Nava. Search northward for the Spire of Exaltation. Optionally, speak with the Vigil Scout Premhok to find out if she's seen any towers nearby. Okay, I will do the optional thing with Premhok. Is there anyone nearby for me to speak to? Castaways? Olaf the Blood Watcher.
I am not a fan of Director Vlox or Overseer Kuda, but I'm relieved we don't have to face the principal biomancer in battle.
Yeah. Every time I see one of his abominations, I pray to Wolf they are met with a civil end. If they're even still alive.
Absolutely dreadful, the things he did.
Okay. Building up some scary stuff here. By the way,
I only have one more question. The Ford. What are they seeking to accomplish there? How worried should we be?
Not sure. But like I said, Vlox and Kuda seem to be on different paths. The Overseer is leading the operations at the Forge. Her crews were trying to power it up. Not sure if they were successful, but something seemed to catch her interest. Didn't see much of the Director before I took off, though, so I can't speak for him. Like I said, different goals.
I wish I
That's
could...
partly why I decided to defect. Too messy.
Lines up with other reports. Thanks. I'll make sure the Council is aware of your cooperation in case you face trial.
I wish I could remember more clearly what I thought of Kuda in the main story. Is this engineer the one that you see in the open world and defects as a part of like one of the dynamic events and stuff? One of the achievements, I think. That was a cool little thing in the open world before. So what I'm trying to say here is, oh my god, the map. Wow, I've unfogged a lot immediately. Oh my god, whoa, we've jumped a long way down. Okay, in the Starlit world. There's a cool little weird moment where the dynamic event felt like it was coming very close to like the personal story. So there's an event going on here to decode these seer texts. We can contribute before the deadline in 7 minutes. So why not? Might give us a cool little bit of info. We didn't really learn what was going on with the goop everywhere at any point either, did we?
How intriguing.
Not
Commander, a word, please, when you have a moment.
Not that there's necessarily anything to know. Maybe it's just a sign of the seers are gone and things are decaying, but I'd like to think there's a more specific thing. Hold on. Before I speak to you, I'd like to do more of this event.
Quickly.
Okay. An unsettling seer tablet. Oh my god, it teleported me. Whoa.
We shall return.
Well, that definitely didn't. Wow, the Paragon sound effects are really cool. Oh shit, I fucked up because I looked to the top right and guessed the button to press, which was a bit silly. Alright. Nor did we learn how Kuda's crew is able to emulate Void to use it for attacks. Yeah, well, there was all that stuff about Void emulation, right? And then they just haven't talked about it. Void emulation, I remember being really captivated by.
With this, we've come one step closer to unraveling Iskaran's tangled hive of secret. I mean, the ancient wisdom of the seers. Yes.
I hit the chair trap. The amount of times I've accidentally sat down that chair. Oh, what, doing this event, grabbing this thing. Yeah, that's funny. I actually kind of liked it because I like the idea that I can sit here and then speak to them from across. But you can't, it's too far. Alright. Archivist Darshell. Hello. Are you going to teach me about like the big map achievement? Maybe for a weapon set or something? I could use your help tracking something down if you have the time. I'm going to say no for now because I feel like we've got so much already to look at and to do. Kind of want to go up onto those upper balconies, but no, let's get a bit more main story done. I'm hyper aware that we've done so much sidetracked rambling and ranting here that we've done like one instance.
Ash Legion scouts say they're stationed to the north. We're still assessing the situation.
Okay, thank you for the deets. Hello, Premhawk.
Commander, it's exciting working with a legend like you. Almost as exciting as the Castoran wildlife and vegetation. No offense. It's just no one's explored these lands in centuries. Not that you aren't special, too, obviously.
No offense taken, Premhawk. But I'm looking for some kind of tower, not exotic flora and fauna. Seen any signs of one?
The Inquest have a monstrous facility northwest of here. Stuck like a barnacle on a seer structure. Saw spires there. Beyond that, it looks like they've a camp farther north. Didn't get too close. Big tower up there, kind of an eyesore. Oh, you should see the ruins to the west. Trees dragging the stone back to the earth. Tower-like structure there too. Hey, you get a chance to explore later and find anything interesting. Exotic plants, ornery beasties. Be sure to tell me.
I love that. Doing the scouting thing as a part of the story. Really cool. They moved the map around perfectly there. Okay, let's do that. Let's go on our Wavehawk. And let's first go to... Well, wait. Do we have to do it in a very specific order? No, investigate the other towers throughout Eternity's Garden. Well, didn't you tell me that there was one? Oh, there is one over there. Okay, hold on. Okay. This map's gorgeous. I'm liking the feel of it. Wow. Whoa! Oh my god, okay. Whoa! Holy shit, it's a lot. What? Do you know what? It's like a crazy mix of fuck. Why is everything of Amnitas? It feels like Amnitas and the Sandswept Isles and the Vision of Eternity's place all together, and it's such a strong mix. It feels distinct as its own thing. Look at that amazing entryway with the waterfalls coming. Wow. Oh my god, and what are these things up here? What are these? Wow, okay, yeah, I'm all about this. Does this road keep going along? I kind of don't want to go across. It's very odd that...
Bad news. Inquest woke up the statue.
We effectively skipped over a shoreline or something.
With my asthma. The damn thing is protected by some sort of spell. Can't damage it. Just another roadblock. That Phlox loves that. The Overseer, Keeper of the Seneschals. Another example of the Doyen's desperation. I have an idea. Grant me a moment to muster my strength.
Oh shit. Okay, so that's the meta, right? So Ritlock and his Garen are a part of the meta. Is that spoilery for me to do that? The map's very good. Even the meta is very fun. Oh, you guys are all speaking very highly of it. That's good. Should I go do it straight away? I mean, it's kind of odd, but I'm down for it. The Northern Temple. It'd be quite a ride to get there. Wow, what is all this stuff? Oh my god, can we just... Oh, I thought we were...
Tower here in the west, tangled with trees. Looks like it might have been floating at some point, anchored by chains.
Trees? Unlikely. I believe it was located to the north. Grand, imposing.
Is it grand and imposing, Commander?
More like abandoned and crumbling. Not sure what Premhawk sees in it. Moving on.
Wow, I like it. How rude.
You think the Seers have another one of those seneschal creatures patrolling the area, ma'am?
Unclear. Plenty of danger, but no one's find their weak alien objects coming alive and trying to hack us to pieces, though? No shortage of those.
Okay. I know we're in a bit of a rush to actually go to the meta, but I do want to enjoy the vista while I'm here. I kind of wanted to press F on this while the dialogue was happening. That would have been really cool, but I didn't know if it would cut it out or fade out or what. Didn't want to risk it. There's a cool book in the tower, but we've only got a few minutes to get to the meta. Oh, the classic Guild Wars 2 thing. Alright, let's just get over there, shall we? We can always come back to this tower and everything else as we go. I love this mushroom on this branch. That's cool. It starts a quarter past on the center island. The really techie island?
The Director has done it again! Watching him lead our ranks through the thick of the jungle, casting seer traps and defenses aside like foliage against the night. I am so hopeful of the things to come. Oh, a new era of the Inquest has begun. As my crew leader firmly reminds me every triage, I am not to get overzealous. The mission is ongoing, but who wouldn't beam at the possibility? Imagine what Director Phlox can do for us with that weapon.
Weapon?
I will follow him until my end.
They're calling Angkor a weapon? Or is he referring to something else? The Tale of Abnegation. That's what we read on the previous stream. Okay. Oh my god, it's already going. Oh, it's right here. Wait, I found it already? Okay, let's grab this waypoint. I got no idea what's going on in this area of the world. The pace of exploration just feels so fucking crazy in modern Guild Wars 2. If you are encouraged at any point to rush to a meta or whatever, because of the mounts and stuff, like it's just the speed is... So, what's it telling me? Allies have successfully nullified the Seer Curse, temporarily securing the temple for exploration. Down there. Approach the altars and properly attune them to damage the miasma generator. The altar of energy... Whoa.
Quickly.
Who's this? Asherwood
The seer defenses are potent here, but we must secure it before the Inquest turn their eye.
The fury is mine.
Oh, this is a different meta? This is a... Okay. So we don't want to do this one.
Gaining adrenaline.
I kind of want to... Oh, man. All right, we'll focus on the meta. Can we get out? Okay, we can. Wow, that yellow shit looks crazy. Let's take this ley line. Maybe it will take us straight there. Ready? What's the odds? What are these things? It's like they're building chains, like they're going to connect in the center or something. Well, there's a story patch, a story beat right here too. The Artificer's Islet.
Inquest have built some kind of facility on top of a huge seer structure northwest of camp. Is this where the tower is?
Look at this. What is that?
Describe it.
Situated on an island, spires, pipes coursing with ley magic pouring into a central chamber.
No, I think not. The Forge, perhaps. A place of great power, but my memory fails me.
Whoa, what, they're building some kind of portal to Guild Wars 3 up there? What is that? Is Lissa going to come out of that thing? Because it's purple. Okay, so this is it. Allies are attempting to seize the Forge from Inquest control. I don't know what the Forge is, but let's roll with it. Let's stop them seizing the Forge. The northern chamber is under Inquest control. The eastern chamber is under control.
Keep them out of the Forge, or I'll assign you to Project 5388.
I don't need them to fear.
A fitting reward.
Important research work that will one day help all of Tyria. I'm only here because the director offered me a way to get around all the red tape of Radisson.
Be careful when you say that, Jim. Kuda doesn't care for that kind of talk.
Well then, it's fortunate that Kuda's not in charge.
Well, let's shot in this one. Oh, he's not even... Alright, I guess we'll just stay in queue. There's only 2 people in queue. So hopefully we get into .29. Because there's no commander tag or anything here. .5388 kind of spells out Seb. It does, doesn't it? The word islet always makes you think of Disco Elysium. Does it really? Well, they use the term insulinde there, don't they? To describe the islands of reality between the pale.
Might makes me right.
There we go, that worked.
Their weakness.
Another excellent modern patch. Gonna leave combat before I click travel. Alright. Okay, we have to fight the T3EE3E. The TE3000. It's below us. Oh, it's behind a wall. How do I... Oh! Maybe I can tag someone with a boom through the wall and get credit.
There's nothing to fear.
I think I gave someone Aegis.
Damn,
Ah!
get out of there, you dope!
What? Oh, why did I even bother with any of this?
A couple tweaks, and you'll do nicely.
Oh, the pipes are clear. I like that. The pipes look cool. Oh, and you can actually see water flowing through them, rushing through them.
What next, wizard?
You'll need to power the Forge. Given its present situation, I imagine the pipework is in disarray.
Whoa.
Lots of steps just to fight the thing.
Holy fuck.
I challenge you to approach the All-Seer without the sacred light. First, you'll lose all of your fur, then you'll die.
Repair the pipework. Got it.
The sacred light? Are we dealing with a divine light style thing? Okay, so we're splitting 3 ways.
Welcome.
We're not in subs. Hello. Hey, it's a Steward of Galdra. So, oh my god, it's a different design, and it spoke to me. What did it call me, an overseer? This is like when Guilty Spark called me a reclaimer. No, that's cool. So mystery is that these are things that the Seer's made. So this portal, I presume, takes me to the current event areas. No, that takes me back to the start of the map. Let's go south, I guess. Wow. Damn, you guys weren't kidding about the map. So remember, guys, what we're comparing this to is like Nyos or
Defense, then offense.
or the Mistburn Barons. Mistburn Barons had so much good lore, so many interesting pickups and things. I don't understand. Is it underneath me? Why can I never find any of these places? Oh yeah, use your skimmer's Aether location to find conduit pieces to repair seal the leaks. Holy shit. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to shoot the leaks with the skill 3? Did that work? Did you want that? Oh, the event finished and I never got credit again. Oh my god, I got silicomorph fish all over me. Look at how cool I look. Well, I look like a bit of a mess, to be honest. But the fish around look cool. Okay, I went south, but south is done already. Look, the pipe's filled with stuff and it's all flowing. Alright, it looks to me like northeast is the way to go now. Oh, an aged tablet. Oh, I want to read it. Well, later though, later. I do like this song. That little bit's good. Is it 8th location again? God, my frames are getting hit though. I need a better PC for this new shit. Oh god. Alright, so I patch the leaks. And I use 8th location. And I look at the mini-map. There's a chest nearby. I don't know. I mean, I got sort of credit there.
Core is now flowing to the forge. Quickly, return to the others. You have only a brief window to summon forth the light.
To summon forth the light. Is this an actual divine thing? What are we summoning right now? Holy shit, lower floor or upper floor? My god, you can really see my frames are just like, they're not having fun. They're not enjoying themselves. My poor PC is sweating. I put it in a sauna. Hey, someone from Arenanet dropped this Heroes banner here. That's so cool that the banners get the tag. Oh. This looks like where the chests will ultimately spawn or something. Did we just wait in the middle? It looks like this is where everyone is. It's a forge. You're not summoning anything? Well, forging, summoning... Oh! Borealis. And Australialis.
These buttons were cast by your seaway. It contains the forge. The people sponsors did not harm the forge.
Forge the way! Adrenaline rising!
I'm gonna leave it on F2 as my refrain of choice, I think, for a while. Then swap to F3.
Defense, then offense.
F2. I assume I'm at the right crab because this is the higher health one.
Their weakness. Make them flee. All together.
I love Wastra's collapse.
Forge the way. Restore. On your knees. Yes. Gain adrenaline.
Okay, destroy the chains.
You see?
The Allseer will lock down the forge. What is the Allseer? Okay.
Repeat after me, Tribune.
I'll take that as a good sign. Scarn, Sacro Bruchon Fuego.
Oh, we didn't get to hear Ridlock actually do it.
It can now safely pursue the All-Seer. Bear in mind, it will not be an easy fight.
3 seconds?
By strength, I will cast another portal opposite your current position in the forge.
It skipped Ridlock repeating it, and I'm sure he would have done it in a completely dry, unenthusiastic way that would have been hilarious.
The All-Seer will throw every defense.
Oh, that got it. It will throw every defense it can at us. The bar is really interesting. Structural integrity of the Allseer.
This temple.
Ferritories?
It's
What is a
incredible.
ferritory?
This has to be it.
Oh, I'm at the story spot now.
Director Vlogs is no fool. If he's found the spire, it is likely he's already inside.
What the
I would join you if I could, Wayfinder. I would suggest you do not venture inside alone.
I'm a little preoccupied in the moment.
Stay spot as soon as you can, and let us know when you're going in. We'll be right there.
Oh, I've never felt so overwhelmed. What the fuck is going on? There's so much going on. What? Avatar of the Allseer, loose. That's one of the like pieces of the ritual. Look at this crazy golden flowing floor. Distract projections. Idle projections will enhance their counterparts. Keep them engaged. Breaking their bar, does that distract them? Well, we fucked that one up. I assume I don't want to be in that cone. I should have used the spear burst first.
All together. On your knees. We are
Overwhelm it. Overwhelm what? This? The Ferritory of Offering. What the hell is a Ferritory? That looks like we just break bar for that. Whoa. Whoa.
Only growing more desperate to stop.
brilliant emperor.
Oh my god. Okay, there's a bunch of chains. Fucking hell, that was a lot of confusion. A lot of people just went down. I don't have War Banner, unfortunately. What is the mastery this patch? I'm not actually training it. Oh my god, is this the first patch without a mastery? There's no way that this is a patch without a mastery, is it? Is it because I just didn't click it on to train it?
Concentration.
Oh. Oh no. Okay, what do we must overwhelm the other ferritories. There's two, but they're boring. Oh wow, okay. They have big XP requirements. They must be gated behind something. Is this a new song, a new track? Oh, I did it again. There we go, that's a bit better with it zoomed out. Okay, I've been grabbed. Playing a mini game. I'm out. Break the bar. Spear has some. Yeah, I've used all of my break bar buttons. It's disappeared. Oh, what are the achievements? Is there a thing to not get hit by something too much? I think I'm getting grabbed when I stand in something. I think I'm tanking something. Okay, again, break bar didn't quite work out there. Avatars engaged, 3 out of 3. What's this weird mechanic about holding them in combat? Aren't players going to naturally do that anyway? So what makes that a compelling mechanic? Oh shit. I love their spinning blade thingies. They look cool. But I love all this warrior privilege. You see these animations and people are just going down and we barely feel it. We just shrug it off and keep fighting. Okay. Soul release. I don't know whose soul or what soul, but a soul came out apparently. The Forge is insane. It is, isn't it? It's crazy. Champion Transcended Razor Teeth. There's loads of them. Oh, they do that cool jump. They're like Vine Teeth. That's awesome. I love that mechanic. And it was always buried in just like a couple of story fights. Aha! Destroy the chains. It's working. Kayla's here. And Gwyn's here.
Hold it, Ritlock! Look! Their shackles are gone too!
So they're happy now, they're free. Did we save them? That's cool.
No. Not that better girl.
I like it.
What's the item we've been getting? Shadowstone fragments.
Was I wrong about you?
Not Relic of Goldra. Nah.
The All-Seer will throw every defense it can at you. As we've learned, the surrounding territories house the souls of seers who offer their essence to protect the island. Perhaps we can overburden and flood the All-Seer by releasing them. Lamentable but necessary.
Well, you?
16.
Ritlock?
31.
Oh, how many Inquest noses did they break? Why do I feel like he padded his stats there a little bit? Okay, I still don't really know what the All-Seer was. We can flood it. It's controlling the curse on the island. Look, and all the crap's gone. The All-Seer has been subdued. Its watch is concluded. The Forge will power down. So the curse is free now. So there's no mist or anything anymore. Is that the idea? The mist is gone? Time to gamble for a mount skin. Oh, is there a mount skin in the Hero's Choice chest? But this is such a bad choice to pick a chromatic thing. Oh, there's not a new thing. Sap. It's still just sap and stones, eh? I guess I'll go sap. Since I have slightly less. Oh, I guess we got some good Wizard's Vault progress there, right? There's probably one to do the meta. There is. Complete the Shackles of the Ancients meta event. I'll have to do that a few times to really get a sense of what the fuck was going on. Okay. Optional. Investigate the other towers throughout Eternity's Garden. I want to do that other optional tower before we actually enter this final one that we found. So let's head over there. You can emote at the Seneschals for another achievement. Oh, really? Can I wave to them? Bow to them? Salute them? I guess it's telling me down here what I should do, right? Help the Gutyrian Alliance in every sector. Scout all 3 locations. No, it's not telling me. Look above the Forge in the middle island. I see a golden thing set with 3 gems. And it looks a little bit like... I don't know what it looks like. I was going to say like a seer cloak without the seer in it. It only works if you stand like near the portal. I'm not at the forge. Emote from behind the portal near Kayla. Oh. Weird. Perform any emote at Gwillian or Kayla after the Shackles the Ancients Meta event. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's strange. It's in shot the skybox. Yeah, the portal looks insane. What is going on over there? Was that related to this? I'm so confused. What is happening? Why has no one talked about this in any of the dialogue? What is that? Let's go over there. Look at that fucking thing. That's insanely cool looking. Oh my god, it is lit up over there. What have I got? 5 minutes to go check it out. What? Oh, I assumed that place we were just standing at was the forge because it was surrounded by like a molten lava-y looking thing. But I guess this is the forge, right? Yeah, it says the forge. So what were we doing fucking around all the way over there if everything we were doing was affecting this? Can I actually ride those ley lines up? Can I melt my face off in the forge? That should be an instant kill zone. Should I go under it? Should we look at the vista? Looks even better at night. It looks pretty cracking right now, I gotta say. Oh yeah, it does look a bit like that in Dragon's Stand, right? The sky's kind of got a bit of a thing going like that. Man, the Elder Dragons can come here and eat all this magic. So we powered it up. So that's the All-Seer? This like Iron Man armor designed for a Seer? And if I stand in the middle, I ascend? Maybe? I'm going to assume that the main story teaches a bit more about this. No, the big tower is the All-Seer. This is the forge. Oh, I was fighting a statue, was I? This must be infuriating. The All-Seer was the meta statue. Yeah, but then the meta made this all turn on, didn't it? It was connected. Don't worry, I will learn more in the story. Thank God. What is that thing? So, Cryptus. Oh no, didn't we fight a couple of those recently? Am I getting confused? Is that a Fallout monster? I was fighting the statue's avatars. But it wasn't a big Duke Barradin style fighting the statue moment. You need to light up the forge to gain the blessing. So you can approach the activated All-Seer without being killed, lore-wise. But wasn't I walking around at the base of that just a minute ago and it was fine? What's going to happen in 2 minutes? Am I missing out on anything? I'm used to there being a lot of story and stuff locked out behind...
There's a large inquest presence north of the central island structure. I think I see towers on the cliffs above.
That temple was home to the spire of exaltation.
It's massive. Too high up. I can't see anything.
We need to get up there.
Right, okay, so we found all the spots. So now we've got to just climb. This map has a lot of big structures going on. So it's got the forge, it's got the All-Seer, and it's got this big tower. Sanctum of the Divine discovered, and it's all broken and fucked up. Look at this place! What? Whoa, the lighting was cool in here. Completed 3 out of 6 steps to break the curse. Learn about lifting the curse. Help defeat the Allseer. Locate this sanctum. Oh my god, look at this place. I think I used this. I think I grabbed a screenshot of this off of the wiki and used it as my thumbnail today. Bow to the final relic. Oh no, bow with one of these.
They never let up, do they? Well, I guess that's how this place stayed intact all these years.
You like Nios, but it took 3 releases. This is one big map, and then another big map is coming as well. Oh, yeah, it's good. We do have another one, don't we? Elite Spirit of Perpetuity.
On your knees. Make them flee.
Jesus Christ, I just have 33 bleeds. We're trying to wade into that.
I don't know how I missed it before. The Guardian is the Allseer. To turn such a sacred statue into a weapon. How desperate must they have been? I'll go get all these findings compiled. I am immensely grateful for your assistance.
Yeah. See there, I missed that story beat. Well, we only got the very end of that. What? I hope there's a way through over here. It looks like it's all just going to be indoors. And I got to get up. I love these interiors, though.
Functioning husk of armor. It is fixated on exhuming our maker's spirits. Vile scrap.
Oh my god, that thing's cute. I don't want to speak to it just yet, though. I want to get up the stairs. So where's my goal? All the way up those ley lines, all the way up there. Maybe up that one. Uh-oh. The Champion Guardian. That was quite cool, turning the corner and just seeing him charging at us. He has bounty mechanics and shit as well. We're not going to be able to deal with him. Call your allies to meet you when you're ready. Oh, we're there. We're literally exactly where we need to be. Call allies to meet you at the Temple of the Blessed Mantle.
All right, I'm ready to explore the temple. No sign of locks, but I think it's safe to assume the Inquest are inside.
Take care, Refinder. This site is ancient, powerful, well defended. I'm sorry you must face this challenge without me.
But not alone. We didn't come all this way just to listen in on comms.
Indeed. I can't wait to see what Vlogs has done with the place. We'll find you at the entrance, Commander.
And there it is. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today since it's about, we'll be coming up on 3 hours soonish. This feels like a good stopping point. How long is this release? Like, am I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't ask that question. This feels pretty good because what I can do is explore a bit more of the map, maybe off screen. See what the heart was like. Get some of the stuff that maybe we missed on the South Island. And fill you in on the next time what I might miss. There's adventures. I was talking to Boots the other day. He says that he's excited to see me play those and that he's really high on the leaderboards on them. So yeah, should be plenty to do. Okay, thank you everybody. I'm roasting. I'm gonna have to figure out this heat. This is insane. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Go get some KFC cookies. Check out the anime about the vending machine. Thank you for the birthday well wishes and the donations there. That was really lovely of you all. And there's a super long instance later. That's really good. That's what I like to hear. And yeah, if I missed anything, drop me a YouTube comment. Let me know what you think I missed in the meantime. And we'll start covering that as we go. Thanks, guys. You're all the best. It isn't a long update, but you playing it is uncertain. Oh, God. That's very true.